you find yourself in a lion's den, I'll jump right in and pull my pin and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. My God, I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run.
I suppose we should get going.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. Man. Chewy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Kicking off your Friday with, I'm sure you heard the news, Peter Mayhew, also known as Chewbacca, passed away yesterday. 74 years old. Gosh, man, I got to interview him years ago, and what a nice guy. I remember him being very articulate, and it's amazing, Steve-O, how he could be so articulate, but also speak Wookiee.
Stop it.
That's him. That's actually him.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's Peter. I'm like, Peter, just give us one, just speak Wookiee, please. You wouldn't do it?
You know what makes me sad is I have a friend who is not a fan because he was here last year for one of the Albuquerque Comic-Con things.
Uh-huh.
And he ran into him at a restaurant. And, you know, at Comic-Cons, you have to pay to, like, take a picture
Yes.
or to get an autograph or something like that. And this bud approached him at a restaurant and asked to take a picture with him. And he said, "I'm really sorry, I'm off the clock." And since then, he was like, "He's a jerk."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but that's like his life and his gig. And he had a face full of pizza. And
Yeah.
now
that's
he's
the thing.
resting in pizza.
Oh my gosh.
I loved Chewbacca, man.
Oh yeah, he was the best. He
Yeah.
really was. He was my favorite for sure.
Wait,
Yeah.
Chewbacca's your favorite?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, you and Teo are weird, man.
Boy, how could Chewbacca not be?
Teo's favorite is R2-D2.
See, and that's
and your
weird.
favorite is Chewbacca. And I'm like, okay.
Well, it was, I don't know, Han Solo and Chewie together. I don't know.
Yes.
They consider just one.
No.
Chewie. We're home.
I love you, Chewie. Oh, gosh. I don't want to start the show off
I
with
know.
terrible news, but I mean, hey, Peter lived a long life, guys, you know? 74 years old.
Yep.
Tomorrow is May the 4th. Be with you. And I'm sure a lot of people will be paying tribute, celebrating Peter's life. He was 7'3".
Isn't that crazy?
Yep. He tried out for the original Star Wars in 1977. He also appeared in The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. And then, of course, he returned for The Force Awakens in 2015. But I guess because of his age and
Yep.
declining health, he had to share the role with a guy named Joonas Shuatamo,
Yeah.
who has since taken
Yeah,
over.
that dude was Chewie in Solo, also, as well as Episode 9. I want to know if he got to see Episode 9. Somebody texted that into the live line. Like, man, did he get to see the last episode?
Oh,
Because you know it's not done.
Yesterday, Mark Hamill tweeted, quote, "He was the gentlest of giants, a big man with an even bigger heart who never failed to make me smile, and a loyal friend who I love dearly. I'm grateful for the memories we shared, and I'm a better man for just having known him. Thanks, Pete." Yeah, I remember he was such a nice guy, just a really, really nice guy. And then, of course, I think it was the same week that I interviewed Peter. I got to interview Billy D. Williams. And that guy, I'm pretty sure he was drinking a Colt 45.
Right? Yeah.
While painting and interviewing. It was so funny.
Billy D. Williams.
Hey, guys, I'm painting. That's right. I need your yeah, Billy D. Williams said, quote, "Much more than Chewie to me, my heart hurts. I will miss you, my dear friend. Thanks for the great memories." Of course, George Lucas said, quote, "Peter was a wonderful man. He was the closest any human being could be to a Wookiee."
You know what's interesting is his height was not due to gigantism, like Andre the Giant or different. You know what I mean? Like he's 7'3" was just how tall that man was. Like he was just a really tall dude.
He's a tall guy, man.
7'3".
Of course, Han Solo, Harrison Ford, issued a long statement that read in part, "We were partners in film and friends in life for over 30 years, and I loved him. He invested his soul in the character and brought great pleasure to the Star Wars audience. I and millions of others will never forget Peter and what he gave us all. My thoughts are with his dear wife, Angie, and his children. Rest easy, my dear friend."
Chewie, we're home.
There's actually a Peter Mayhew Foundation where he established that provides funds for those in need. He supported the 501st. He supported Wounded Warriors. He supported Make-A-Wish and other nonprofits. And the family has asked if, he meant something to you and you want to give to the Peter Mayhew Foundation, which in turn gives to so many other amazing nonprofits. So.
Well, we're paying tribute this morning, so here's a toilet paper dispenser that sounds like Chewie.
That's real!
That's right.
Oh, does that mean at Christmas time we're not going to get to play the, Jingle Bells with...
Oh, no, we'll play it.
Okay.
Here's a Coke Zero can that sounds just like Chewbacca. Here's a guy being tasered who sounds like Chewbacca.
Nathan!
Chewie?
Yeah.
And of course, Peter Griffin loved Chewbacca. So I replaced all of Chewbacca with Peter Griffin's laugh.
Chewie, is that you?
Nice work.
Be serious. This is a serious moment.
Oh, man. But that was beautiful.
And of course, who could forget Candace Payne, who bought the Chewbacca mask and just
that's right.
saved the
Yep.
universe.
Now watch when my mouth actually moves. That's not me making that noise, it's the mask.
Oh, my gosh, this lady.
She's so great. That was the greatest viral video ever.
Yeah. Man.
Peter.
Don't get me wrong. People are like, how can you not love Chewbacca? I love
It
Chewbacca.
doesn't sound like it.
You're just talking about him being, better than, Luke Skywalker or...
Luke Skywalker's
Solo.
so lame. He's the lamest
my
character.
God.
He really is. He's so lame.
I can't with you.
It's all about Han Solo and Chewbacca.
You
That's
didn't-
what makes Star Wars great. Luke Skywalker is
You didn't say
so
all these
lame.
things before we got married, man. Is this grounds? This is grounds? Was this in the prenup?
Let's just listen to Luke right here.
Not true.
Okay, yeah.
That's impossible.
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a man who was
Ugh.
hurt, who just lost his hand and just got the saddest news ever.
Tell Uncle if he gets a translator, be sure it speaks Baji.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice, but I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
All right, come on. And the red one, come on.
All he does is complain.
Trish says, Luke is a whiny Jedi.
Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, got that. It's still Luke Skywalker. Return of the Jedi. Are you kidding me? I got into like a pretty fun conversation yesterday because Losak, he's the manager over at Astro Zombies. We were talking and he was like, blah, blah, blah. And of course, you know, Empire Strikes Back, greatest Star Wars film of all time, clearly. And I'm like, actually, I think Return of the Jedi is the greatest. And
Whoa, man. Nerd
it was like I just tore his soul to shreds. Like he just was dumbfounded that anybody could think that there's a better movie than Empire Strikes Back. And there is. It's called Return of the Jedi.
Vader, look. Okay, let's go. It just isn't fair.
No.
Oh, Biggs is right. I'm never gonna get out of here. Oh, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, or teleport me off this rock.
Gosh, just stop complaining all the time.
Get something jammed in here real good. Wait a minute, where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message.
You're just playing all his whiny parts.
Yeah.
What about the part where he goes into the throne room at the end and he confronts his father
Boring.
finally and he's like,
Boring.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. Sup, dog?
Yeah, he is
Oh,
boring. I
Chewie.
know.
I will say, I absolutely loved Chewbacca.
Here's a
Sad.
60-second montage of Chewie's Wookiee roar.
Okay. Still going. Sorry. You really got all of his dialogue.
We did it, guys. Good job.
60-second tribute.
Love you, Peter. Love you, buddy.
Peter Mayhew, 74 years old.
Long life.
You know what makes me sad about this? In all of the articles where they're showing, like, Chewie, it's like, well, okay, that one's from Hoth, so that works. But there are some that are like, hey, that was from Solo. He wasn't in Solo. That's the other guy. Yeah.
Get it together, Variety. Come on, man.
Hey, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Come on, Variety. Come on, bro.
All right, guys, it's Friday. Did you know? It's Friday. Yes, it is. Good morning. We're live on YouTube. It's Star 88 FM. Good morning, everyone. You guys chime in, be a part of the show. You guys can text in as well to our live line. What is that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Here's Skip Heitzig with a word about Calvary College.
I'm thrilled to invite you to take your life's purpose to a whole new level with a degree in biblical studies from Calvary College. We have retooled our School of Ministry into an associate degree program, and it all happens right here on campus. Calvary College instructors are theologians who are passionate about the text of the Bible. And our curriculum trains students to study the Bible academically, think about it critically, and serve God practically. Classes are evening only, and you have the option to attend full or part-time. If you've always wanted to learn more about God and His Word in an academic environment, visit calvaryabq.org. College. Applications for the upcoming academic year are due by August 16th.
Get more information about Calvary College at calvaryabq.college. That's calvaryabq.college.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
Faith grows stronger through testing. James 1 says, when all kinds of trials and temptations crowd into your lives, my brothers, don't treat them as intruders, but friends. Realize they come to test your faith and to produce in you a quality of endurance. God will test your faith for your own good. I know you would like to have a trouble-free life. You say, oh no, here comes the trial. But it's been said Christians are a lot like tea bags. You don't know what they're made of until you put them in hot water. And maybe you're in hot water right now, the hot water of difficulty. And your faith is being tested. You're going through a series of tests in your Christian life because God's whipping you into shape for greater challenges and greater opportunities.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
Morning motivations.
Goats. You know I love goats.
Oh, you love goats.
I love goats.
Yeah.
I grew up with goats. That's a goat. Yes, it is. That's right. There have been studies that show that goats, like us, have accents.
Oh. What?
Yeah, they have accents.
Like a Scottish goat would sound Scottish, and
Well, how would a Scottish
American goat
sound?
It would be like,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
hold on, I'm like, wait, Scottish or Irish? What am I trying to do here? Hey, I'm a goat. What are the goats? Wow, that was more like Chewbacca. That was really terrible.
That's an Irish goat. What would a Canadian goat sound like?
Well, they're like, hey, how's it going, eh? Oh, ha, ha.
This is a morning motivation. Yay.
Have you been praying and you still have no answers? Have you been pouring out your heart for so many years? Have you been hoping that things would have changed by now? Have you cried all the faith you have through so many tears? Don't forget the things that he has done before, and remember he can do it all once more. It's like the brightest sunrise waiting on the other side of the darkest night. Don't ever lose hope. Hold on and believe. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it yet. You're closer than you think you are. Only moment from the break of dawn. All his promises are just up ahead. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it. He had the solution before you had the problem. He sees the best in you when you feel like your worst. So in the questioning, don't ever doubt his love for you. 'Cause it's only in his love that you find a breakthrough. Oh. It's like the brightest sunrise waiting on the other side of the darkest night. Don't ever lose hope. Hold on and believe. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it yet. You're closer than you think you are. Only moment from the break of dawn. All his promises are just up ahead. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it.
Danny Goki. What's the name of that song, Chewy? That's right. Thank you. 6:31.
High today of 76 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Of course, coming up on Sunday is what?
Sunday.
That's right,
Why,
Steve-O.
that's the day that Mexico beat France in a battle of ping pong to win their country back.
I feel like I'm on an episode of Sesame Street.
You see, France owned Mexico.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And the conquistador Ferdinand de la Crusoe was like, yo, we need our freedom. And the French dude, Pierre de la Stinchon, was like, no. And
Wrong.
And the conquistador guy was like, si. And the French dude was like, no. And so then they were like, you know what? Ping pong to the death over this nation.
Wow.
So they got this giant
Chick
ping
fight!
pong table. Yeah. And just started going at it. And everybody's standing around. You got the Mexico dudes on the right with their Corona, and then you got the French dudes on the left with their baguettes. And
Wow.
they were just, yeah.
We know who
And
wins
so
that
ding,
one.
Bing, 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 bing. They're just like back and forth, back and forth. It was a 3-day ping pong battle that ended on May the 5th.
Yes.
And at the end, the French seceded.
Yes.
And left.
Yes.
And they were like, congratulations, you just won a country.
That's right. Good job. You nailed all of it.
I went to Mexico School of Learning for country knowledge.
Yes. Well, make sure you guys sit down and have a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell sometime on Sunday.
That's right.
3 out of 4 people say they celebrate the holiday in one way or another.
That's right.
But only 10% of people know why.
I was going to
Good
say.
thing Steve-O knows why.
I do.
Yeah.
Know so well.
Survey gave people 5 choices for what Cinco de Mayo is about. And the correct answer came in last.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Give me all 3. Give me all 3. I want to know. What were the options?
All right. The options were Mexican Independence Day.
Okay.
Celebration of Mexican American culture. Or Day of Drinking.
Oh, dang. I think it's B. Because I don't think it's an actual Independence Day, right? Right? I'm going to go with B. Because obviously it's not a day of drinking. Although in America it's become it's like we steal other nations' days just so we can get drunk. Think about that. St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
These are days that are big in other countries.
Yes.
And we've just taken it and turned it into how can we drink different colored beers?
Yes. I actually didn't give you an option of the correct answer.
Oh.
So, or is it the anniversary of Mexico's victory over France in the Battle of Pueblo on May 5th, 1862?
That's exactly what it is.
Yes, that's right. Yes, 10% nailed it. Yes, it's the anniversary of Mexico's victory over France in the Battle of Pueblo on May 5th, 1862. That is why.
Come on, bro.
Celebrate.
I was trying to be funny with my France-Mexico story, but I knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
Yeah, 39% said it's Mexican Independence Day.
Nope.
It's not. That's September 16th.
Yeah.
26% said it's a general celebration of Mexican American culture.
That's why I was like, I guess that one because I know it's not the other 2.
And 13% said it's a day for drinking.
Yeah.
And 13% also admitted they just had no idea whatsoever.
Trish said, speaking of Cinco de Mayo, can we acknowledge that New Mexico took 2nd place last night in the Miss USA pageant?
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Well,
Second place?
Miss New Mexico, she made it to the top. She was like in the top 5, and then they were like, you were so pretty, but not prettier than this one girl from like Virginia. I don't know what.
Let's see who won here.
Who
Let's
won?
go.
Yeah, I don't know who won.
Miss
Okay.
USA.
By the way, spoiler alert if you guys
Spoiler alert, if you
DVR'd
care
this.
about Miss USA pageant. Way to give a spoiler,
Yeah,
man.
see?
Yeah, okay.
USA 2019 is.
Wait a second. What's his face?
What
The guy that does the Family Feud. What's his name?
Oh, no, that's like Miss World, remember? Colombia! That's a different show.
Okay, just checking.
This is just America.
I feel like that's Siri, like giving the announcement.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
North Carolina won?
North Carolina won. Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, New Mexico took second place.
Oh, that's cool.
How dope is that?
Right on.
So close, guys.
So close.
So close.
Yes. So there you go. That's a little about Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, we ruin it, man. We ruin it every year. Trish says Mexico really does not celebrate this day like we do in America. My Mexican friends have reminded me of this. It's true. So.
Did you see Bill Peterson? He posted it was a mariachi band it was in the makeup section at a mall or something.
This
It's
is
like
real.
Macy's or something. That was really weird and random.
Not in Albuquerque.
What was a mariachi band doing there?
Well, Albuquerque.
Mariachi.
Yeah.
Do you say mariachi?
Mariachi.
Mariachi.
I loved that. When I was a kid, man, we would always go down to Garduño's back then. Remember the big one that they used to have? They
Which
don't have
is
that
real,
anymore, huh?
real authentic.
Yeah, it was. Real authentic. Yeah. And then there was Yesterdaves next door. Remember Yesterdaves?
No, Yesterdaves.
Oh, right. You didn't grow up here.
No.
Okay,
What
let
is
me
that?
just tell you.
Was that a chain? I don't think that was a chain, was it?
No, it was owned by the Garduños people.
Oh.
So there was Garduños,
Okay.
and it used to be in this, there was a big one. They don't have it anymore. It was like a big one, and it was like, this is where you go for mariachis and salsa and all the other things. And so we would go there, and there'd be mariachis, and my mom would always be like, play Malagueña. That's her favorite mariachi song. So I've heard it a billion times.
Yeah.
And so next door, there used to be a place called Yesterdaves.
Huh.
Yesterdaves was like
Applebee's?
It was like American Garduños. So you'd have here's
Seafood
Garduños,
enchiladas.
which was like Mexico and like mariachis and stuff and all the culture and all the fun. And then you walk over to Yesterdaves and it was like flashback in time to the 50s. And it'd be like, there's Elvis's actual jumpsuit from.
Oh, wow.
So think like Hard Rock Cafe
Like when you
or
go into
whatever those things
Fuddruckers?
are. Yeah. But like more authentic.
Yeah.
And then there was a garage next door that you could pay to go into. And they had like Elvis's Rolls Royce, the Beatles. They had like a car
Wow.
collection. It was like this crazy. Yeah, it didn't last.
What? It didn't last?
That was every year we would go to Yesterdaves for my birthday.
Huh.
That was my birthday jam. And then they closed.
Rest in peace. Rest in
Yesterdaves, bro.
Who's your favorite place too, Chew?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, coming up in
Yesterdaves.
honor of Cinco de Mayo, we have 5 delicious facts about guacamole. It's coming up.
Okay.
Also, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, we have Sam Swan, the whitest American.
People are losing their minds, by the way. Shout out to all you
Shout out,
Starman members
shout
who
out.
grew up here in Albuquerque who got my back, yo. Everybody's like, Yesterdaves! It was the best. Unfortunately, it wasn't sustainable. Like they had cars inside this restaurant. It was
Really?
ginormous, and it was like, this is the pink Cadillac that Elvis had in 1957. Please don't touch.
But it really wasn't. It was just
No,
a
no, no,
replica.
no.
It was?
Yes,
So
that's what I'm.
They
This is
spent
what
too
I'm
much
telling
money.
you.
They spent-
Exactly.
That's why they went
and so you'd walk
bankrupt.
in and it'd be
Oh
like,
my gosh.
this is Elvis's actual jumpsuit from this tour, and then here's a picture of it, and then it's like, whoa, and then like seriously, Beatles memorabilia, like just everything. Here's Buddy Holly's glasses from like everything.
Wow, they used to put a sombrero on you and give you a mini piñata on your birthday? Gosh, that sounds epic.
That was for Garduño's, not at Yesterday's.
Oh.
Yesterday's was much different. I still actually have a James Dean tie that they gave me on my birthday at Yesterday's. Like it's an actual really nice tie, and it was James Dean. But that's it. They had like James Dean stuff, Marilyn Monroe. It was like all 50s. Like
wow.
Yep. Yeah. Yesterday's. That was yesterday's. No longer with us, guys. They've been gone for some time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't around when I moved here.
It wasn't.
All right, we got to take a break, guys. Good morning, everyone. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Join in, chat with us, hang out. Joey Belleville will be joining us this morning. He's got something going on.
Yeah.
Sam Swan joining us this morning. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Philip DeCourcy warns us of the dangers of doing it alone.
Worry is unlawful. And you know what? That's challenging. I hope that comes with a certain punch. And you know what? Worry tends to be one of those respectable sins. Like Jerry Bridges wrote a book some years ago, get your hands on it, called Respectable Sins. And in it, he took the church to task because he said, you know what? The church in America tends to have a double standard. We tend to reel on the culture, on the big sins, homosexuality and divorce and transgender, and we get into all of those, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those are things outside the will of God. But he says we tend to focus there. The church tends to look beyond itself and point the finger at a culture and call out their big sins, while we live with the respectable sins of greed and bitterness and gossip and unforgiveness and, wait for it, anxiety.
That's your PowerPoint on Star 88.
Paper Route on Star 88, 646.
High today of 77 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
The Attorney General is a no-show before Congress.
No William Barr.
My question is, what are the Democrats scared of?
Mr. Barr's moment of accountability will come soon enough.
Facebook is going to be much more aggressive at banning people who spread hate.
More on the cruise ship quarantine in the Caribbean because of a measles case.
This is something that can cause severe illness.
A man who was arrested nearly a decade ago for planning to bomb New York City subways was sentenced to 10 years in prison, time already served.
One of President Trump's potential nominees is bowing out. Conservative commentator Stephen Moore is now withdrawing his name from consideration for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors.
Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca in the Star Wars movies, died earlier this week at his home in Texas. Born in Britain, Mayhew was 7'2". He was 74 years old.
James Holzhauer, he just keeps winning on Jeopardy.
That gives you a nice payday, $80,615, and you have gone over $1,608,627.
Just keeps winning and winning. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I guess they recorded, I guess, or filmed all of. They're trying to put as many episodes in the can because of Alex Trebek and being diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
But gosh, man, do you want an update on him? How he's doing?
Is it going to make me cry?
I mean, no.
You're a liar. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to hear it. It's just too
No,
sad.
too late. I want to hear it.
It's too sad. I can't. Actually, I lost the clip. Stall for a second. Shouldn't have spoke that yet. Do you want a health update on Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
I wanted once again to thank you for your continuing messages of encouragement and support, particularly the many cards I've received from young people. I'm touched beyond words. I've always tried to be straight with you, and I'm not going to stop now. So despite what you may have heard, I'm feeling good. I'm continuing with my therapy, and the staff, is already working on our next season, the 36th year of Jeopardy.
Wow.
So I look forward to seeing you once again in September with all kinds of good stuff.
Man, he sounds so great. Gosh, why can't I sound like a game show host all the time?
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to give you an update on my health. Yeah, that's right. Coming
Sounds
at you.
good. You
That's
sound good.
right.
Yeah.
Gosh, Alex Trebek. I really hope he beats this thing, man. People are going to lose their minds if something happens to him. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. Turn that radio down.
Am I coming through? Loud and clear?
Who's this? Go ahead, caller.
This is the only way we can keep in touch, Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hey.
So I just wanted to say congratulations to one of the Starmy. I don't know if you guys have already mentioned it.
We haven't mentioned it yet because it was a surprise, but I know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I don't know.
Well, congratulations to Thebes.
Yeah.
For his first baby boy.
Oh, that's cool. Good job,
Yeah.
Phoebes.
Yeah. He's got 4 girls, and now he's got a 5th. And it's a
no
boy. Can you
longer
imagine
in the
having 5
girls
kids?
only club. Yeah.
5 kids, 4 girls and 1 boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, I saw the photos this morning, which were
Okay, I
pretty
love you.
amazing.
Bye.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I'll drop that key off later. Okay.
Okay. Well.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
do
dude,
that.
Thebes. His wife Ashley had their first baby boy overnight.
That's awesome, man.
I know.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Finally.
Did he post a picture?
Finally got one. Yeah.
Ugly baby.
Stop it.
What?
It looks like a newborn. Yeah.
We're going to go live right now. Check out Thebes' baby. Hello, yeah? Whoa, you sound like Chewy.
Stupid.
I know. That's very cool, though.
Stupid.
Is he done? Did he say, are you done having kids now? You got that boy, so is it time to, Dr. Snipowitz?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm throwing down?
Somebody chimed in and said, Bill's calling a lot lately. He must really miss Dex.
No!
I mean,
I know. Gosh.
Yeah.
I had a busy day yesterday, and I was supposed to drop off the key and the gate key, and I was pick up the rest of my stuff, and I couldn't bring myself to go over there, because then I gotta say hi to Dexter and Lily, and I don't want to say goodbye. But
yeah.
Anyways, I moved into a new place, and man alive, neighbor just came at me hard yesterday.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. You know what? And I got to say, it made me feel good for, I guess, the neighborhood. Because, the hood, because, I mean, I think you need good neighbors that are going to keep an eye out. And, of course, here's this new guy coming into town, into the neighborhood. And, of course, or the guy's just super nosy. And
Yeah.
he just...
Both. Maybe a little bit
He's
of both.
retired and he has nothing else to do.
Yeah.
But, man, he had 50 questions for me. He was trying to stump me, and I was sitting there going, I was getting nervous.
Hey, guy.
But
Who are you?
Yeah, so selling the house, huh? What? No, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, really? Why don't you step out of the vehicle, sir? Huh?
Wait, really?
No, he didn't say that. Gosh. But it made me think, that's very cool, you know, it's somebody looking out. And well, we need people doing that. You see something, you say something. And this guy did. I mean, I look like a criminal. Look at me. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Truck Driver Mike.
Truck Driver Mike. Good
What's up,
morning.
Mike?
What are you doing, man?
Oh, man, just getting off the road, getting ready to jump into the car with the rest of the crazy people out here in Albuquerque.
Nice.
Saw a car do a grasshopper through a freaking tanker last night.
Whoa.
Really?
That was awesome. Heck yeah, it was straight out of Smokey and the Bandit. Part Dose.
Okay. Haven't seen
Yeah,
that
you'll
movie
see
in
that
30
there.
years.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. And by 30,
Oh, yeah.
I mean 35.
Anyway, Dex, you don't look like a criminal, just a little bit like a degenerate. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Ugh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, no problem. We got one more level left.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right, bye. Love when I can just hang up on people like that. Yeah, I feel like I have so much power. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and we're celebrating so much. And not only Thebes having a baby boy, but Cinco de Mayo coming up on Sunday. We have Star Wars Day tomorrow. May the 4th be with you. Also, Buck and Dex being fired is tomorrow, and I wouldn't be here today without the firing of Buck and Dex. So
That's
I'm
right.
very thankful that I got to spend 3.5 years with the Starmy.
Wait, what?
What? You thought I was going to say you, huh?
Wait, why would you say me?
Yeah, very thankful. 3.5 years getting to spend with the Starmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding, man. Nope, I'm pretty thankful. You know, they haven't fired us yet, so we'll just go until, I guess, the wheels fall off, right? Is that what they say?
Absolutely.
You know?
That's absolutely true.
We'll just ride this thing until the wheels fall off.
Like Smokey and the Bandit Part 2.
That's right.
Or Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Did you see the trailer? Did you?
I have not watched the trailer.
You haven't seen the trailer?
But apparently, yeah, we got to talk about this. Can we talk about this coming up?
Yeah.
I guess the trailer came out and it was met with criticism. Not just a little criticism, a lot of criticism. So much so that the director of the film made a major announcement yesterday.
Okay.
Trolls, man. Sometimes apparently it's for the good of America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we need to watch the trailer during the break.
Yeah, during the break, let's watch the trailer because coming up, we've got to talk about this. I think this is an unprecedented move, honestly. So, trailer launches, backlash was so harsh, the director ended up speaking out, and what he said was mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing.
All right. Let's take a break, guys. Live on YouTube, it's Star 88 FM. Go there, watch the show, hang out. Go subscribe on iTunes. Morning Invasion. It's our podcast. Also, you can download the stream us live, get us on demand, Star 88 FM. All right, we're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Craig Groeschel.
Anytime you lead with something new, you're creating a new initiative, you're changing something, you're going to have three groups of people. You're going to have the critics, the bystanders, and the advocates. Critics are the loudest. Just because they're the loudest does not mean they're the most. I like what Babe Ruth said. Babe Ruth said, the loudest boos come from the cheapest seats. What does the why do? The why disarms the critics, the why educates the bystanders, and the why empowers the advocates. When you tell them why, this disarms the critics, and they might say, a reasonable critic might say, oh, well, that actually makes sense. It educates the bystanders. If there's someone kind of neutral, like, oh, well, I can see why we should do this. And then it takes your advocates and it gives them the power to help tell the story of the why behind your change, and suddenly we can make very positive progress.
That was Craig Groeschel on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at life.church/leadership podcast. Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
The heart of the human problem is the problem of the human heart. And just as we see the rebellion in the soul of this man, we realize that every one of us has a prodigal soul. All of us are sinful to the core and willfully disobey God. We are, according to the scriptures, conceived in sin. That is, we are all born with a propensity, a genetic disposition, inclination to sin. It is our natural state. And so we are all lost. You don't have to go somewhere to be lost. There are many explanations for evil and suffering and tragedy in the world, but ultimately, when man sinned against God, you see the real problem.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT. A soundtrack for your soul. This is Star 88 on KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Star88.fm.
I've gotta keep the calm before the storm. I don't want less, I don't want more. Must bar the windows and the doors to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Yeah, my life is what I'm fighting for. Can't part the sea, can't reach the shore. And my voice becomes the driving force. I won't let this pull me overboard. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder, I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown. So pull me up from down below, 'cause I'm underneath the undertow. Come dry me off and hold me close. I need you now, I need you most. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder,
Levine. It's on Star 88, Head Above Water. Hi, Dex and Steve-O, 702.
High today of 77 degrees.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Brodus will be in this morning, also
Yeah.
known as Joey Belleville. We'll see what he's up to. How's the weekend looking like for weather? Is it going to be pretty nice?
Dexter, I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you, my friend. Over the weekend, it's actually going to get a little warmer than it is today. High today of 77 degrees. It's mostly sunny. Tomorrow, it's going to dip up into top of the 70s, possibly hit 80. And on Sunday, top out at 85 degrees.
Wow.
As it slowly makes its way back down next week. Yeah, it's looking hot.
Yeah.
That's it. It's looking warm. Really warm. Thunderstorms next week, but
cool, man.
We shall see.
Well, during the break, Steve-O watched the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Yeah.
Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog was from the Sega Genesis. And I never liked Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was the dumbest game ever.
I was definitely, excuse me, a Nintendo kid.
Mm-hmm.
I really was. But
Yeah.
back then, there were two types. You could either have the Genesis or the Super Nintendo.
That's right.
Sadly, our friend Teo, who's no longer with us, was a Genesis kid. And then
Of
I
course he
realized,
is.
wow, so he isn't perfect.
He's Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically. But apparently there were enough Genesis people to make an impact because they're making a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Only problem is no one seems to be happy. Here's the crazy thing. Sonic the Hedgehog trailer released, and then you showed me the trailer, and I couldn't believe it. There was 289,000 likes currently on the trailer on YouTube, and 491,000 dislikes.
Oof. Man.
Yeah, it was so bad that the internet lost their minds over the design of Sonic, claiming he looks nothing
Oh
like
my
Sonic
gosh.
the Hedgehog from...
Okay. Nothing like, really?
I mean, I will say,
Nothing like.
one artist fixed him, and I'm like, nah, dude, that
Okay,
looks
that's
way
that does
better.
Look better. His eyes
way
look
better.
His hair.
He does not, like, his eyes are small. He doesn't look like Sonic the... Well, here's the crazy thing. I guess this isn't a new argument. People at Sega had been trying to tell them it looks nothing like Sonic. But nobody listened, and there were higher-ups at Paramount that was like, well, this is the movie we're putting out, so deal with it. Until they released the trailer, and troll fans worldwide lost their minds, so much so that the director yesterday on Twitter had to come out and say, thank you for the support and the criticism. The message is loud and clear. You are not happy with the design, and you want changes. Good news. It's going to happen.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this breaking news.
Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making the character the best he can be. Hashtag gotta fix fast. Hashtag Sonic movie.
Yeah, they better get on
They're
it.
going back to the drawing board and redesigning this character because no one is happy with him. Here's the crazy thing. This has been in development since 2013. But it failed to get off the ground, and the rights passed to Paramount in 2017. And the film is currently due out in November. But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw the trailer, I mean, I wasn't a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So I didn't even really care that he didn't really look a lot like Sonic the
Mhm.
Hedgehog. But it just, to me, I was thinking, man, Brody, who's 6, is going to love
Oh,
this.
he's going to lose his mind.
Yeah, kids are going to love this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely for kids, but yeah, adults lost it. So much so that there are like visual effects artists who have already tried to rework it and change it
Well,
and
it
give
does
it a
look
better
better.
design. It does look a lot better. I will say that. Looks a lot better. So we'll see what's going to happen, because how weird is it that we live in this culture where crazy rabid fans can impact something so greatly?
Change.org.
Shout out to all the trolls who trashed Solo, who didn't even see it because they didn't like The Last Jedi and ruined plans for a sequel, because that movie was incredible.
Chewie, we're home.
Yeah, Matt Talica said that didn't work out well for Justice League, and it's true. They kept messing with Justice League and changing it, and you had that like Superman mustache debacle, and it just looked terrible. And oh gosh, Yep.
People just need to calm down and just enjoy it. All right, just enjoy it. Yeah. But that is kind of cool that they're going to do something about it. If there's that many people freaking out,
Yeah. Yeah, 500,000 people have disliked it. So apparently they're going to go for it. We'll see what happens. But here's the thing. I wonder what's going to happen when they redesign it and then people are still not happy, because no one's ever happy. The haters are never going to be happy.
yeah, that's
So
true.
you're completely redesigning something based upon the hate
Wonder if
because
they
you're hoping
fired
it
the
makes more
artist.
money.
Did they fire the guy who?
They haven't said yet. Yeah. But they are going to redesign. Yeah. So we'll see.
Is there a video game from when you were a kid that you would like to see turned into a movie?
Like done well?
Well, of course, yeah, done well.
Yeah.
Did they ever do
Well, 'cause, like,
a
yesterday-
Metroid? Did they ever?
No. Oh,
See, I would like to
dude.
see a Metroid.
Yeah, yesterday a trailer came up. We were watching the NBA playoffs, and a trailer for the new Mortal Kombat came up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jack was like, "Oh, dude, I would love a Mortal Kombat movie." And I'm like, "Well, actually,
Well, son, let me sit you down here and let me tell
they
you all
made
about it.
two, and you don't want to see them,
Right?
Man, remember how great we thought they were in the 90s? And then, like, I can't remember the last time I saw them. Those movies are so cheese-tastic.
So cheese-tastic.
So for us, it's like, yeah, nostalgia. But for our kids' generation who, like, didn't have bad movies like that, I can't imagine them. I actually kind of want my kids to watch Mortal Kombat so they can just be thoroughly disappointed. Like, wow, this is terrible. But his first words were, wait, is Raiden in it? I'm like, oh, he's definitely in it. Oh, I got to see it then.
I
I'm
actually
like,
kinda
oh,
like
man.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
I actually liked the movie.
Did you really?
I actually did. I thought it was really good. Yeah. Soundtrack was good too.
I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Contra would be a good one. What else? Mega Man.
Mega Man would be cool.
Zelda.
Oh yeah, well yeah, duh. That's the one. When you said it, that was the first one I thought of. Was
Zelda would
Legend
be
of
really
Zelda.
cool.
If they could do it all like
Why haven't they
epic
ever
style,
done
like
that one?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
What else? Ninja Gaiden. Gosh, I loved that one. They're a really good one.
Yeah, but now you're just naming video games. What would actually make a great movie?
That would be a
You
great
nailed-
movie.
You should have just stopped after the first
Oh,
one.
man.
Metroid was the one. That was the one.
Yeah.
Metroid. Especially in this day and age. Come on. It's 2019. Girl power.
Girl power would, yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Metroid.
Hmm.
God of War. What?
Duck Hunt.
Oh, okay.
Can they please come out with the Duck Hunt?
Yeah. So Sonic, it's allegedly still going to happen, but we'll see what he looks like. Guys, he looks terrible. He's just, ever since the first teaser poster came out, it was unanimously negative, and the top people of Sega themselves said they did not like the design. But I guess it got overruled by higher up producers, and everyone at Team Sonic was diplomatic about it. And yet, see, okay. When is it time to not be diplomatic? When is it time to stand up and go, hey, bro, I have a great passion for something, and this is just wrong?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something I've been, like, thinking about a lot.
I think that's for everybody to decide on their own. I mean, that's right? Everybody.
Sure. By the way, okay, answer that first. Okay.
All right.
Chrissy's chiming in like, you shut your mouth. That movie was amazing. She loves Mortal Kombat.
Right. Thank you, Chrissy.
You
Yes.
guys are the same person.
We really are.
You guys,
It's weird.
gosh. Yep. That
Yep.
movie was so
No,
bad.
it wasn't,
you guys.
man. The acting was good. The fighting was
Okay.
good.
It was Christopher Lambert as Raiden, okay? And remember he had that like gruff voice.
Yeah,
He was
and he
great
was
in
awesome.
Highlander. But
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, me.
Oh boy. Hello? Yes, go ahead. You're breaking up.
Yeah, dude, I honestly have no idea where you guys are in the show.
okay.
Can you hear a single word I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Can
Yes.
Can you hear us? Can you hear what we're saying?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, Steve? How are you, buddy?
Oh, it's Shane.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, dude.
Hurricane Shane.
Dude!
May the force be with you, dude.
And also with you! Dude!
Dude, I can't listen from where I'm at, so I have no idea where you are in the show. Listen, I love you guys. Have a great day.
Love you too, buddy.
Dude, if you okay,
See you later,
all
man.
right, okay,
Later, man.
All right.
That was awesome.
Hurricane Shane.
Hurricane Shane.
Okay. Dude, somebody chimed in and said this Sonic looks like the kid from Jumanji, and I'm like, dang, he does look like the kid from Jumanji.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
The little like
That's really
blue
funny.
monkey thing.
They nailed that one.
Gosh.
They nailed that one.
Yeah, people are chiming in. Mega Man is a movie. Yep.
Okay. Gauntlet.
Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Frogger.
Yeah. Let's get a. I don't know. I would love a good Super Mario Brothers movie. Do you remember Mario Brothers back in the day? That movie was
Yeah.
so
How would they make it good though? I mean, I think that's the best they could do. Right? I mean, come on.
I don't know. Nowadays, it's like mostly about fan service, right? And so I think there's enough people in the world who understand it that you don't have to dumb it down. Do you know what I mean? Like, just make a fun, awesome movie.
Like Rampage?
Ugh.
Actually.
Never mind. Stop talking.
If I was a young man, a young kid like Brody, I would probably love Rampage.
The problem is nowadays most video games are more like films. Think about Halo. That's like a 17-hour movie. So how do you turn it into a 2-hour film?
What about Paperboy?
Okay. You're not taking this seriously, bro.
I am taking this very seriously.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I'm going to play Paperboy right now. You want to play?
There's something about video game movies that they just can't seem to get right. Have there been good video game movies? Anyone? Yeah, see Assassin's Creed? Pretty terrible.
Yeah, that was pretty good call. That was
Yeah.
very. I love Assassin's Creed, the video game, and
Yeah.
I was.
I never even finished the movie, guys.
So
Never even finished it. Prince of Persia was decent. Remember Prince of Persia? Sure.
That was decent.
It was.
Oh. No.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Pikachu, Detective Pikachu looks amazing. That's based on a video game.
Yeah,
right?
but we don't know yet. It hasn't come out.
Yeah, but
When does that come out?
It's Ryren.
Pretty quick.
You know what I'm
right?
saying? Ryren. How can you go wrong with Ryren?
Yeah, you're right. That's probably going to be pretty epic.
Tomb Raider.
There was a Super Paperboy? Was there a Super
Yeah.
Paperboy?
Remember Street Fighter? Doom?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Far Cry had a movie? I didn't know that. Resident Evil series?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yep.
Gosh, they're all bad, guys. All bad.
Turn that radio down, please. Yes, go ahead.
Van Damme plays the best Colonel Guile ever.
Yeah, I mean...
Good call, sir. Good call.
It's a pretty bad movie, man. It was a pretty bad movie.
Thank you so much.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Street Fighter. So bad.
All right, let's take a break.
Oh, Warcraft. That was all right.
You know what?
I liked Warcraft.
It was okay. It was all right.
Never saw Need for Speed. Assassin's Creed. Prince of Persia, dude. Come on. So good.
All right, let's take a quick break. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. You guys want to hang out with us? We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
Christ is his title. Jesus is his name. And it was actually the name God picked for his son when he was born into this world. In Matthew's Gospel, chapter 1, verse 21, speaking to Joseph, the angel Gabriel said, and she, Mary, will bring forth a son. Because he was getting ready to divorce this chick, man. I mean, they were betrothed, but in that day you had to have a form of divorce to cancel an engagement. Or our version is called engagement. They called it being betrothed. But you had to go through a divorce to break that off. And he was getting ready to do so, but the angel was like, no, it's good. She wasn't cheating on you, bro. This was actually God's doing, and you should be his adopted father. She will bring forth a son, and you need to call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Now that's a pun, and it speaks to the destiny of Jesus.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
Will you keep praying when the answer isn't immediate, isn't quick, isn't instant, isn't immediate and all of a sudden there? Will you throw a temper tantrum and say, God, you're not fair, and God, you made all these promises and you're not keeping them? Let me show you an example of this. 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 31. God left Hezekiah. He was a king, a very good king. God left Hezekiah on his own for a while. Whoa, to see what he would do. God wanted to test his heart. And before God answers your prayer for a breakthrough, he's going to test your heart. I'm telling you this as your friend. God is going to test your heart before the breakthrough happens. And he wants to know, are you ready to handle the blessing?
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m.
Morning motivations.
And now a dog in New York who plays the piano and howls.
Oh my gosh, this is real!
My favorite thing I've ever seen. It's a little beagle, guys, playing the piano and howling at the same time.
Yeah.
God bless you, Internet. See, this is why it's worth it, guys. For things like this.
Here's
you know?
Buddy, along with Eyewitness News reporter Stacy Sager.
If anyone in this house was putting
Phone
out an
news.
album on
Hey, you watch your mouth.
iTunes, you'd think it would be Dad. Glenn Wolfe is a drummer who plays in a band. Or maybe 2-year-old Eve. Nevertheless, Buddy Mercury, named for the Wolfe family's favorite singer, Freddie Mercury of Queen.
Look at that dog.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
He does Beagleian Rhapsody.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. You know, no.
Okay.
No. That's it. He's done.
I have to
You gotta
finish
put-
this.
no,
I have to.
he
It's a
said-
dog that plays the piano and howls.
This is a morning motivation. Yay.
Had you on my mind, I had a little time. I know we kinda overdue. Turning back the pages to our younger days, yeah, I could still imagine you. Booming like the thunder, chasing life with wonder, a fire that could light a room. Bottom kind of fella, waited for the rebound, but you never made a move. When life cuts so deep, try and remember you. Not alone. We've all been there. Scars don't live in you. You're not alone. We've all been there. Oh, so lift your head, lift your head, lift your head to where your help comes from. Yeah, you're not alone. We've all been there. Scars come living. Life ain't got no sequel. We all broken people. The only road to found is lost. Oversimplifying, ain't no shame in trying. Passion never counts the cost. Now you won't take my phone calls, you won't text me back at all. I just wanna see you. I can't stand to see you go. Yesterday I
missed you. Yesterday I played your song. I'm oversimplifying. Life cuts so deep. Try and remember you're not alone. We've all been there. Scars come and live in you. You're not alone. We've all been there. Oh, so lift your head, lift your head, lift your head to where your help comes from. Yeah, you're not alone. We've all been there. Scars come and live in us. It doesn't matter who you are. This world gon' leave some battle scars. It doesn't matter who you are. This world gon' leave some battle scars. You're not alone. We've all been there. Scars come with living you. You're not alone. You're not alone. So lift your head. Doesn't matter who you are. This world gon' leave some battle scars.
Toby Mac on Star 88, 724.
High today of 77 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Love you, Chewy. Love you, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew. Okay, he's 74 years old. Passed away.
Chewy, is that you?
May the force be with you.
It's the greatest thing ever. Oh, Peter Griffin's laugh dubbed into Chewbacca's beautiful, beautiful roaring.
I love you. Oh, man. Amazing.
Nathan!
Coke Zero can. The noise. Here's a toilet paper dispenser. He's everywhere, guys.
Wow.
Don't wow me.
Wow. Dude, we were playing, we were talking video games, video game movies and culture and how these trolls basically have, or fans, have flipped Sonic the Hedgehog upside down saying, no, this is not Sonic. And they're going back and completely redesigning him. Another video game has flipped the Red Sox upside down. According to WEEI, multiple Red Sox players have told the team and the clubhouse and everyone, Fortnite has gotten to a point where it's so counterproductive to putting the best foot forward on the field that the team has banned the video game.
Oh my gosh.
These are grown men making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's unclear if the decision was made ahead of the season or once the team got off to a terrible start, but the Red Sox are currently in 4th place in the American League East at 14-17. And so, yeah. Entering May last year, they were 21-7. They were the best team in the majors. And now coming into May, they are 4th in the East. So, yeah, they
banned
completely banned players playing Fortnite at all. One member of the team said, I think there's a time and a place for it. Maybe if we were doing a little better, maybe we'd be doing it, but you can't be losing and playing Fortnite at work. They play in the clubhouse all the time. or he used to. I think everybody in general understands the rule. When I came over here last year, I was surprised because when I was with the Rays, you weren't allowed to do that. When I came over here, we're in first place. Everybody's having a good time and getting the job done. But now we have other things we have to focus on and tend to. So they're not the only team, I guess, in professional sports banning Fortnite, specifically Fortnite. Toronto Blue Jays and the Vancouver Canucks laid down Fortnite bans. The Texas Rangers, Green Bay Packers, also among the teams that have had to discuss playing time limits with their players.
Jeez.
This is ridiculous.
Fortnite's still popular.
Apparently.
Hey, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead, caller.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, one, I can't wait and wonder when I'm finally going to find somebody that will show me this game Fortnite.
Okay.
I know one nerdy person, but he doesn't want to show me the Fortnite game. Two, I remember cracking up when they pulled all those stupid ET games out of the dump here in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And three, I saw the painting elephant in the Portland, Oregon Zoo.
There's a lot.
And his
There's a lot
pictures
there.
are quite expensive to buy.
Oh, yeah, the elephant that painted. We
Yes.
talked about that
Yeah,
before.
we did.
Yeah.
Yep. Man.
Yeah.
Jacinda,
That was
everybody.
pretty interesting. He likes to paint, though. They say he likes to paint it. They don't force him. He just likes to.
Yeah, because I don't know that you
So I
can force
guess
an
you could
elephant to
say
do anything.
abuse.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite animal, Jacinda?
I don't know. I like them all.
You know what?
I
That's a
like
good
my
answer.
cat, and I like my dog, and I wish I could have a raccoon, and I wish I could have a squirrel, because I love the books I've heard about them. But I know you don't really want a wild animal, but I don't know. I just love God's creation.
Amen to
Gosh, Jacinda, you're the
My
best.
problem is I keep trying to name my animals, and I keep calling them different things, because I just don't know what to call them.
Well,
my dog, she keeps me busy because she's a little Chihuahua, a little Chihuahua deer greyhound. So she's part greyhound.
Aww.
So
she's very
does she
fast.
have? Wait, so does she have a name?
And wait, she's Chihuahua and part Greyhound. What does that dog look like?
Yep, she's a little bigger.
Yeah. It's like a giant
bigger.
Chihuahua.
What?
Chihuahua.
She's a little bigger than the average Chihuahua. Yes.
Yeah. So you've named the Chihuahua, but you keep changing the name?
Well, her name was Darla because she's somebody else's, really, but she's kind of mine now. She's Darla, dear, lazy, daisy, jealousy. Because she's very jealous every time I pet my cat. And then I call my cat Misty Boing Monkey.
Misty Boing Monkey?
But sometimes monkey.
Oh.
Because she sounds like a little monkey when she talks.
Aw. Jacinda, I just Googled
so
Chihuahua
I get
Grey.
mad when you talk about how much you hate cats, because I love my cat. I love my other cat that I lost.
I love cats. I just don't love them living with me.
Tiny, whiny tiger.
You have a tiger?
Because she was part tycoon.
Wait, hold on.
No, she had
You
a
had a
cat.
tiger that got
Tiny,
caught in a
whiny-
tycoon?
No.
No, she's a tycoon.
Oh.
So they call them tycoons because they thought they were raccoons because of their tails. But she's in heaven now, and that was really hard. But a year ago, I got this cat.
Nope.
Starting to bond.
Jacinda, I just
But
Googled
she
Chihuahua.
doesn't. She's a lot different than the tycoon.
I just Googled Chihuahua Greyhound mix, and holy cuteness, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute. Sometime I'll learn to send pictures. Yeah, but I get mad whenever you talk about hating cats. I'm like, shut up. I love my cat.
Well,
yeah, they're different, and they don't come to you as often. But they teach me patience.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I love that.
There you go. We're gonna get a cat now.
It's a lot to learn. No,
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not.
just
So,
not my thing,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I want a Greyhound Chihuahua
well,
mix.
I've probably spoken my time, so unless you want to talk to me some more, I
It's
guess
never too
I'll let
much.
you go back
never
to
too
the
much.
show.
Thank you, Jacinda. We love you.
Love you. You are amazing.
Have a great weekend,
Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going hiking. Yes, my knee's sore, but I'm going hiking
Where are
even
you
though
going?
I have a sore knee. That's my problem now. Even though I'm addicted to exercise, my knees are killing me. So
Well, push through the pain.
that's not
Don't
fun. Because I'm older than you guys. I'm close to 50. Yep, but I'm not going to be 50 for a while. But I'm not very happy that I'm as close to 50 as I am.
That's okay.
But anyway,
Have you ever
I will
iced your
talk to
knees?
you later.
Okay, bye.
I love you guys.
Love you too, Jacinda. Bye.
All right, bye. Dude.
Love her so much.
She has so much joy.
Yep. This dog is so cute.
Alicia said, I wish I had Jacinda's morning energy. She is so lovely. Trish said the same thing. I want her joy. She is so sweet. Yeah, she's fantastic. Man, love it. Love it.
There was a lot to that phone call. We learned a lot.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are the worst at naming things because she just won all of the name games.
Yeah, she sure did.
Gosh.
She sure did. All right, you guys chime in. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM.
Yeah.
Go there, comment, be a part of the show. Bring us joy. Please, bring us joy.
Bring us joy.
We got some Cinco de Mayo stuff coming up for you. Sam Swan joining us today. I think Brodus, Joey Belville will be joining us sometime this morning. He's DJing the prom. What is it? What prom is it for?
This is the Zoe prom.
The Zoe prom.
It's
That's
tonight.
Going to be DJing a prom. A wiki.
Yeah. Listen, bro, it's a big deal. For a lot of homeschoolers, this is the only cardio they're going to get all year.
Oh, my gosh. It's the only cardio they're going to get? Were you ever homeschooled?
No, dude.
See, you don't know what it's like. I was 2 years.
I
was homeschooled for 2 years.
Man.
I learned probably the most in those 2 years.
Yeah?
Than any year of my life.
Wow.
That's right.
Cool.
Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives,
All right.
General Hospital. They taught me. Thank
Perfect.
You, Mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Amazing.
All right, let's take a quick break. Got some news. We got delicious facts on guacamole. Good news. Good morning, everybody. Friday. Jared, good morning. Trish. Beebs, congrats. Just saw your baby. Yep. Ugly.
Stop it!
It's just what babies look like when they come out. They're ugly. I'm sorry. It's going to be a beautiful kid.
Yeah. Don't have a name yet. We should have Jacinda name Thebes' baby boy.
Oh, that's a good call.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Now, a Star 88 PowerPoint. Here's Francis Chan.
So when Paul and Silas spoke to the crowd in that one city in Berea, it says after they spoke, the people went and they actually studied the Bible themselves and they said, wait, is that true? Is that true? Is that really in there? They examined the scriptures to see if what Paul and Silas were teaching, whether or not it was true. Do you do that? Do you get home from church after you hear a sermon and go, wait a second, let me see, let me read that in context. Is that really true? Because we're talking about forever. We're talking about the only thing that matters on this earth. So you better be a student of this book and not just take it for granted, because the Bible says in the last days, this is important, in 2 Timothy chapter 4, it talks about how in the last days there were going to be these false teachers everywhere.
That was Francis Chan on Star 88 with a PowerPoint.
Broken glass on the floor. This is who I was before they I'm still nothing. If it's me that you want, I'm not sure that you want me that much. Turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Don't let me go to hell. Don't let me go to hell. Why do you care? You don't understand how can you love me? I'm not worth your time. I'm still young, I'm still dying, I'm still nothing. If it's me that you want, I'm not sure that you want me that much. Broken glass on the floor. This is who I was before. They say this is who I'll always be. A wasted space, a wasted life. It hit me later on the stairs. I've mattered all this time. I've mattered all this time.
Could ever. Star 88. 741. High today of 77.
What's going on in the news today?
The Attorney General is a no-show before Congress.
No William Barr. My question is, what are the Democrats scared of?
Mr. Barr's moment of accountability will come soon enough.
Facebook is going to be much more aggressive at banning people who spread hate.
More on the cruise ship quarantine in the Caribbean because of a measles case.
This is something that can cause severe illness.
A man who was arrested nearly a decade ago for planning to bomb New York City subways was sentenced to 10 years in prison, time already served.
One of President Trump's potential nominees is bowing out. Conservative commentator Stephen Moore is now withdrawing his name from consideration for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors.
Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca in the Star Wars movies, died earlier this week at his home in Texas. Born in Britain, Mayhew was 7'2". He was 74 years old.
James Holzhauer, he just keeps winning on Jeopardy.
That gives you a nice payday, $80,615, and you have gone over $1,608,627.
Shout out to Dave Myers, firefighter. Just read an amazing prayer. He just posted up on Instagram. I guess he got to go and pray yesterday. It's National Day of Prayer. Looking good in that firefighter uniform.
This is his old band, Old Man Shattered, in the background. Sounds just like him.
It actually does. Yeah. He only wishes he could be like this.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, pool boy.
What's up, dude?
Hey, I wanted to share something that I thought was pretty interesting. Last night I was watching Star Talk, with Degrassi Tyson.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they had this author on, Patricia Cornwell, and they were talking about the Body Farm in Tennessee. Have you guys heard of that?
The Body Farm?
No.
Yeah, and
What's
what they
the
do,
Body Farm?
science, what they do, you donate your body to science, and then there's this field, I forget how big it is, like 2 square miles, but they're just bodies laying on the floor in cars and buildings in their suits. The lady said that a guy committed suicide, and he still had his suit on, and they left his body exactly how it was, and it was just on the floor like that. So, but they're studying decomposition. So yeah, it's pretty trippy.
I'm looking at some images right now. Wow.
Yeah, that was interesting. That Star Talk was pretty cool. I like watching those every once in a while. Yeah, you guys should check it out. I thought it was pretty interesting, man.
All right.
But that was it. Love you guys.
Love you too, man. It's crazy.
All right, later.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to look into that.
Okay.
Body farming. That Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever.
Yeah.
He's, I like him. He's all right. Pretty smart. I mean, he's not the smartest man, but he's pretty smart.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think is the smartest man in the world right now?
Beanix.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brian Nixon? Let's see. We got Sam Swan coming up here in just a little bit. Joey Belleville. Brodus will be here sometime. Cinco de Mayo on Friday, guys. What does every state search for the most, or excuse me, what does every state search for the most on Cinco de Mayo? There we go. What do you think? What do you think we search for the most here in New Mexico on Cinco de Mayo? What do you think?
Well, being New Mexicans, we probably know our salsa recipes.
Yes.
Our guacamole recipes.
The guacamole.
And I'm just being honest because this is probably, I don't know, what I would assume. Is it how to make a margarita?
Nope. Close
Because I
though.
assume it had to do with, okay. Because it's Cinco de Mayo. Let's be real, guys. Everybody needs to be careful on Sunday.
What goes in a margarita?
Tequila.
Triple sec, dude. That's what New Mexicans search for the most.
Okay, come on. You can't give me that. You can't give me that.
No, can't give you that.
Ugh.
All right. I wonder what state said margarita. Let me see here. All right. Let's see. Arizona was, when is Cinco de Mayo?
Shut up. That can't be real.
Nevada was Trump Tower Grill. That was Googled the most. Let's see. Oregon was Chipotle, Cinco de Mayo. Montana was horchata.
Okay.
Love me the horchata. Let's see here. Wyoming was Mexican flag. North and South Dakota was Qdoba menu.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of states Googled, when is Cinco de Mayo? What is Cinco de Mayo? Louisiana was sombreros.
Okay.
A couple states, Mexican restaurants near me. Yeah, New Mexico was triple sec. Come on. Get out of here.
What?
Triple sec. Do people just not, is that why they Googled it? Because they don't know what it is?
Yes. Because they're trying to figure out how to make a very specific drink. I was right.
All right. You know what? I'll give it to you. Fine. You got it. Good job.
Because everybody here knows when, knows what. We know all about the Mexican flag. We know our recipes for guacamole and salsa. Although yesterday, Chrissy made like a homemade salsa recipe.
Yes.
And you know what she forgot to do? Jalapenos.
Oh, gosh.
Peppers.
Come on. Chrissy.
It was basically like tomatoes with cilantro. And,
No.
Yeah. It was actually still good.
How dare you,
But it was
Chrissy?
like, how dare you? Okay.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she do that, man?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Do you like guacamole? Are you a guac guy?
Yeah, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, our whole crew is. Yesterday, made a big old thing of guacamole, and like 10 minutes later, walked back, and Brody's just like licking his fingers, and the entire bowl was empty. And it was like, dude, oh, come on. It's for the family. And he's just like, eating it all. So Chrissy makes another bowl, and then before Brody starts digging in, she's like, Jack, Luke, I made more. Get it as fast as you can.
Right?
We are a guacamole family.
Yep. Cinco de Mayo is on Sunday, and according to a recent survey, 59% of us plan to celebrate by eating Mexican food. So, 5 random stats about avocados and guacamole. Well, the heaviest avocado weighed how many pounds?
The heaviest avocado?
Yes. Ever weighed how many pounds? It was grown in
foresee them
Hilo,
getting, like,
Hawaii.
Huge.
Last year. I think heaviest avocado.
3 pounds.
No. Heavier.
Really? 5 pounds.
5 pounds, 8 ounces. You want to see it? Let's see this thing. Whoa! That's huge.
Okay, that is, I take it back. I didn't think they could get that big. That is larger than this lady's head. It looks like a watermelon.
Yeah, like a giant watermelon.
What's crazy is it still only weighs 5 pounds. Because, you know, it's like mostly just fat.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
The reason I just feel like the reason it weighs so much is because I want to see the pit. Like, I just want to see the pit inside that
I want
avocado.
him to cut that thing open.
Like a basketball.
Jeez. All right. What is the first most popular time of the year to buy avocados? Second was Cinco de Mayo. What's the first most popular time of the year to buy avocados? What do you think, man?
Dude, I can't think of any other reason for avocados than guacamole. First most popular time of the year. Super Bowl.
Aha! Yes. Super Bowl Sunday. Yep, first.
Well, I was thinking like Cinco de Mayo down here, of course, it's very big, but we're thinking like nationally. Not everybody in the nation celebrates Cinco de Mayo, but they do celebrate the Super Bowl. Big parties and okay. Never mind.
Wait a second. Guacamole cheese? That exists?
Mm-mm.
All right, what? There's an East Coast grocery chain called The Fresh Market. They created guacamole cheese by combining Gouda, avocado, lime juice, chili, tomato, onion, and garlic. Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah. I feel like I'd want to try it, but I don't know, man. That's like blasphemy.
Okay.
Woo!
Gouda? Do you like Gouda? I like Gouda.
Dan was reminding everybody, New Mexico United, they're playing on Sunday.
That's right.
For Cinco de Mayo.
Still looking for 2 tickets, by the way.
Okay.
Just kidding. I don't know.
Game time is 5:05 on 5:05 in the 5:05.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're going for it.
They're going for it.
Cinco de Mayo celebration.
Hey, go ahead.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, hello?
Hi.
Did you hit
Hello?
mute? There you are.
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead, caller.
Hi. I hope she goes to jail.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Oh, my gosh.
You know,
Man, you need to just move home, bro.
he misses me.
I hope she goes to jail.
There you go, Bill. That's his favorite drop of all time.
I hope she goes to jail.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Now this is a crazy fact, all right? Maybe you're in the dating world, okay?
Okay.
There was a survey that came out by a dating site. They found that users who just mention guacamole in their profile, okay? Just mention this in your profile. They received 144% more messages than average. There you go. For all you people in the dating world, mention guacamole. guacamole.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Sing
He
it, Steve.
loves some salsa, but
Yeah, yeah.
guacamole will be the king forever.
Americans eat more than 7 pounds of avocados per person every year. Just 25 years ago, it was only 1 pound per person per year.
Dang, dude. Is that why avocados are so expensive? I want to grow an avocado tree so badly.
They're so expensive because of Trump. That's why. Am I right, Bill?
I mean,
I hope she goes to jail.
Sure, man. Sure.
There you go. There's some interesting facts about guacamole. I believe I make the best guacamole. I like to add lots of garlic salt. I like to add onion, tomatoes, pepper, salt. What else goes in there? What else?
Wait, did
What
you say
else?
garlic salt?
Yes, I said garlic salt.
Lime?
Lime, yes, lime. I think that's it.
Yeah, you're good.
Am I
Wait, did
good?
you mention like a little? You gotta have a little kick in there, in my opinion.
A little kick?
Like a little diced up, yeah.
Like what? Some,
Jalapeno or like a
you know what? I
little-
don't think I've ever put jalapenos in my guacamole.
I like it with a kick, yo. Did you say cilantro?
Yeah, cilantro's good. Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
You don't need cilantro really in guacamole, but
Doesn't taste like.
I like cilantro.
I do too.
I put cilantro on everything.
I do. I love
My
it.
pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Love cilantro.
Pancakes on cilantro. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else. May the 4th be with you is tomorrow, guys.
That's right.
This is a busy weekend.
It is a busy
so we
weekend.
got Cinco de Mayo. We have a soccer game with New Mexico United on Sunday. Is there anything around town going on with Star Wars?
Yeah, free comic book day.
Oh.
May the 4th, the first Saturday in May is free comic book day.
That's cool.
So, yeah, I think you can just go to freecomicbookday.com.
Nice.
To get like the list of locations. Yeah, freecomicbookday.com. There's like a store locator. You can type in your zip code because every comic shop in the nation takes part in this. And you free comics.
Beautiful.
It's free. You don't have to buy anything. It's just free comics. So.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, I dropped my phone on that last call.
Oh.
Hey, you ever put ranch dressing in guacamole?
Ranch?
Ew.
I've never done it.
Go away, sir.
Pretty good?
Go away.
Don't. It's horrible.
No.
Okay, bye.
What? I'm trying it. I love me some ranch dressing.
Baya!
Bill, I'll move home.
I know,
You
right?
need me right now.
Gosh, he really does.
He needs me.
It's very abundantly clear. Yeah.
Oh, man. How's Jake doing? Is he okay? All right. How's he doing with the separation? I mean, separation that I left, not that there's anything going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Got it.
All right, let's take a break. I believe we got Sam Swan coming in here next.
Yeah.
We'll see how he's going to celebrate a beautiful Cinco de Mayo. What's up with the Swan household?
Yeah. Joey Belleville coming in here at some point?
Mm-hmm.
Unless he forgot.
You see? I've been thinking about guacamole salad. Yes, I do. I love the guacamole salad.
Did you say
Guacamole salad.
Guacamole salad?
You never had that?
No.
It tastes so good, I put it on everything. Steve-O, try some of my guacamole salad.
Wow, that was not even
yeah,
close to
yeah,
being
yeah,
in
yeah,
rhythm to
yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Man. I love your songs the most.
All right, you take it away. Take us to break then. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
You want me to take us to break?
1, 2, 3, 4, go.
6, 7, 8. Yeah. Can't. It's like mid.
Guacamole,
Beat.
guacamole salad, yeah. All right, we'll be right back. Hang on.
Mark 10:9 says, "Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." Star 88 wants to thank John Thomas Jewelers for becoming a power partner. John Thomas Jewelers carries a collection of anniversary bands, engagement rings, pendants, earrings, loose diamonds, and are known for their custom creations. Located at 2440 Louisiana Boulevard Northeast on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. Information at 505-342-9200. That's 505-342-9200. Thank you, John Thomas Jewelers, for supporting Star 88.
Calvary is going west soon and very soon. Sunday, May 5th. Skeptics welcomed, addicts freed, families restored, divisions erased, lonely hearts loved, broken lives healed. Life Change starts Sunday, May 5th at 9:45 a.m. Calvary goes west. Coors in Montana. Find out more at calvarynm.church.
Tony Evans. This is a Star 88 Supernova.
Haman, he was from Agag. Agag was the king that Saul refused to kill. So when Saul refused to kill him, he had other lineage that came forward. So by the time you get to the book of Esther, there are thousands of people against the Jews because Saul didn't deal with it like God said deal with it years ago, because if he would have dealt with it when God said deal with it, there wouldn't have been a Haman who was tied to Agag who would have put you in this problem to start with. That's why we're having issues in our country today, because sins that didn't get dealt with years ago keep coming up because we don't cut the sin short. We've got to say, I'm going to not only deal with a piece of the sin, because if you cut out summer cancer, whatever you leave behind is going to manifest itself one more time at the right season.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Star 88 Supernova. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Star 88.fm.
Strangers in the night, and we will take you far, and we'll shoot across the stars, 'cause this is who we are. 'Cause this is who we are.
Back inside my head, you know this mission is impossible. Tell them we were dead, but me and Anthony unstoppable. Things are getting clearer like a brand new pair of opticals. Things are getting better, mediocre isn't optional. Lately been living like we the best. I'm trying to get up together and tell them that we up next. I'm dropping it like Obama did, falling out of his desk. And if you have a problem with it, then finish and let us flex.
'Cause we are strangers in the night, and we will take you far, and we'll shoot across the stars, 'cause this is who we are. This is who we are. 'Cause this is who we are. This is who we are.
You can go and tell me that I got it like I never did. I just need to tell myself that everything's irrelevant. I've been living under the pressure like it's an elephant. People come and pointing their pistols like it's a skeleton. Get it all the time, let me get it like it's mine. Whoa. I guess I got my feeling, I'm skrilling to hide my feelings and feeling like I was killing a million and all these dealings. You hoping I get my moment, I'm focused above the ceilings.
They can tell us where to go. Your love is all we need. We are set apart and free, and now we make our mark. 'Cause we are strangers in the night. We will take you far, and we'll shoot across the stars. 'Cause this is who we are.
Ace
of base.
Brady. No.
Yeah, man.
No, who we are.
I saw the sign.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I drove right through that.
did.
It was crazy.
Yes,
it was
you
like,
did.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8:03.
High today of 77 degrees.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yes. And, man, Cinco de Mayo coming up on Sunday. And so we have one of the whitest Americans in the history of America live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Yes, his name is Sam Swan.
Buenos dias.
Ah, hola, señor.
If Sam Swan isn't the
¿Cómo
whitest
está?
name ever, I don't know what is.
It's pretty white.
Yep.
It's pretty. I think my ancestors are from England. At least one part of my ancestors. My mom's maiden name is Olszewski, so I don't think they're from
Wow,
England.
Olszewski.
I think they're from Central Europe somewhere.
Olszewskis?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a little bit of Central European and a little bit of British European. I don't know. And hey, thanks for the dead flowers.
Yeah, man, sorry.
I'm very touched.
They've been here a week.
They've been here.
I'm very touched for
Yes.
maybe a little planning.
Yes.
Buy them, just a couple days out.
We just
so
knew
that they-
you're the romantic here, so we wanted to save them for you.
Paper roses. Oh, no, these are real. They're
They're
just
real? Oh,
dead.
yeah, they're
Okay.
just-
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
but-
A Family member always brings his wife roses to Calvary, I guess. She works at Calvary.
oh, yeah.
And so then he always has a couple extra for us.
And so he brought them in.
And he brought him in.
Oh, well, then I'm not that offended.
He's a sweetheart.
I'm only slightly offended.
Yeah, you should be. You should be. He didn't think about it. He brought him in on a Monday.
On a
Monday.
On a Monday. Yes, a
Next
Monday.
time I want my flowers more fresh, please.
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sirs.
Yes.
Sirs.
What's new in Sam Swan's world?
Oh, man.
Get us caught up. What's happening?
I was in Tucumcari on
Yes.
Tuesday, and we had the singing churchmen. I've told you about
Yeah.
those guys before. And a bunch of, it's like a men's choir of different staff members from Baptist churches in the state. And I have a featured solo at the concert. And so I got
Beautiful.
to, yeah. It was great. It was great. No, I mean, not my solo. You'd have to ask other people about that. But,
It was great.
yeah.
I killed it.
I killed it. I nailed that A flat. So that was a blast. I love hanging out with those guys. The
Yeah.
fellowship is great, and if you like singing in a choir, which
Yeah.
I have done my entire life, it is a hoot. I mean, I really am white, and
Yeah.
aren't I?
It's a hoot.
That's
Yeah.
one
You
humdinger of a
really are.
hootenanny there, fella.
Yeah, and you meant it with your whole being.
I did.
That
It
is
was-
it is a hoot.
It's a hoot,
That's
dog.
okay.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Let's see how much of a hoot it is. Hold on. Let's see. Let's check in here.
Oh.
Patrolling, they're trying to catch me riding dirty.
You guys sing.
Actual audio.
Yeah.
Is that you guys?
The high voices are the first tenors.
Is that you?
No, that's too low for me. I can't sing that low. Gee. Wow, that sounds like some of the background music to series of unfortunate events on Netflix. You know how they have some of that weird. Have you guys watched that one?
Oh, there's Sam.
Now, what's cooler than being cool?
Hey, that is me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, fellas.
I just have a question. What is cooler than being cool? Right on. Right on, brother.
Here we go. Here's another performance from the Tucumcari Choir.
No, singing churchman.
Singing churchman
That's what I
who
said.
performed at First
Oh.
Baptist
Oh.
of Tucumcari.
Look,
Sam Solo.
if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted,
Yes.
one moment,
One.
would you capture it?
Yes, you would.
Or just let it slip?
Oh man.
Yo.
I would
Yeah.
sort of capture it and then let it slip.
Are they chanting? Like what is happening?
This song
bad.
represents
Yes.
speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Which Baptists don't do.
We don't do,
so
which is why we
this
didn't do it
clearly
very
not-
well.
Yes, yes.
We had a hard time with
Wow,
it.
Sam. Wow, I don't know, man.
For the record, our choir sounds a little better than that.
Yeah.
As a trained musician, I can attest to that fact.
I just really want to see you present some of those songs to the singing churchmen.
These songs?
Yes. Be like, guys, we're gonna go hip,
Fellas.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Yeah. Some Outcast. Yeah.
We're gonna do a choral rendition of some Petra songs.
Ooh. See, that's about as hip as it goes.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Uptown Girl
Oh.
by Billy Joel.
Uptown Girl.
Wow.
Sing it. She's been
living in an uptown world.
Wow.
That goes back to just a little beyond my era. Billy Joel was in the towards the end of my high school
Okay.
career. I'm old, remember?
I mean,
Yeah.
but so you weren't into the Joel?
I liked Billy Joel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know who's into Billy Joel? Like deeply into Billy Joel? Oh,
For the longest time.
Yes.
Who's deeply?
Jack Jeter.
No way.
15 years old.
He's
constantly at the
classic,
piano.
dude.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
plays piano. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
he plays. There are two artists that he plays the most, and I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
Well, three. A lot of Queen.
Yeah.
A lot of Billy Joel, and a lot of the other Queen, Elton John.
Wow.
He loves Elton John.
Isn't
and I'm
it
like,
sort of an oxymoron to call him
okay.
Sir Elton John? I'm sorry. That was tech.
oh man, that is a jam. That is a good one.
Don't go changing.
So
that's nice.
I would say I guess our household then is more Elton John than Billy Joel.
Yeah,
but-
okay.
But Jack is constantly plugging away at the piano, and it's interesting because I didn't give him sheet music or anything.
Yeah.
It's just these are the songs that he enjoys playing.
Right. Well,
And
first
it's
of all,
usually-
they're great piano songs. I mean,
Yeah.
both Elton John and Billy
Yeah, oh,
Joel.
yeah.
I mean, Billy Joel, the piano man.
He's
I
the
mean,
piano
for heaven's
man.
sakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Elton John, both
yeah.
of those guys, singer-songwriters, man.
I
they
have
really
the
good songs.
Elton John greatest hits on vinyl.
Oh, yeah,
and so
yeah.
I know when he was younger, I'd jam that.
Dude,
I think
I
it's-
remember
yeah.
being like in fifth or sixth grade, and this girl, my dad was in the Air Force, and one of his fellow sergeant buddies, we'd go over to their house and hang out and do stuff, and he had a daughter that was my age, and so we
Yeah.
would just sit and listen to records all the time. And she loved Elton John.
Okay.
And so for her birthday, I bought her. This was like right at the beginning of cassettes. So I bought her an Elton John cassette that had Benny and the Jets
Yeah.
and Rocket Man,
Yeah.
and so we just jammed to that the whole time. So
Amazing.
that takes me back a ways.
Right? Yeah. It's interesting. It's always
Ways.
interesting because I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, he's playing. All right.
I think that'd be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's fun.
we have Rock Band at our house.
Oh, okay.
And so we bought some other rock bands.
Yeah.
And we bought the Beatles rock
Oh,
band.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
my kid, even my youngest son Riley, who's 16,
Yeah.
he loves the Beatles.
See, I think as
Really?
as a musician, you can appreciate that more once you start.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
plugging away at it and go, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
some intricate
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
When we do Here Comes the Sun. That's on Rock Band, dude. That's a fun one to do.
Here Comes the Sun is my actual personal favorite Beatles song.
Ryan plays the rock band
that song.
guitar on that song.
George
and he
Harrison
plays
wrote
it
that
on
song.
Expert. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of his-
That's
one
a
of his
great.
few-
That's
yeah.
one of the best Beatles songs. Yeah.
Man.
Boy, we're taking a trip down memory
Yeah, we
lane.
are. Yeah, Trish says they're making a movie about Elton John. I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
What's really
I saw
interesting
that.
about that is the actor. Why am I blanking on him? He was from Kingsman. He's been in a bunch. Joel. No, not Joel Edgerton. What is that?
Yeah,
I
that
can't
guy.
remember. He does all the vocal work.
Yeah,
for it.
I heard
He
that.
actually sang it so much so that Elton wanted him to do it, and the soundtrack is going to feature a duet between the two of them.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he's doing all the music, and Jack's like, "Man, I can't wait to see that movie," and I'm like. Yeah,
I don't know about
I
that.
might have to see that one first.
Well, yeah, that one might have to be screened.
Yeah, that one's gonna. He lives an interesting life.
Yeah.
So
Well, and kind of like Queen, the movie
Yeah.
about Queen.
which
Some friends of mine saw it.
Yeah.
And it was nothing like what they expected.
and that's exactly what Nate said. Heitzig, he was talking about it because he was like, "Dude, that was one of the best movies."
I want
And
to. I
I'm
want
like,
to see it. I
"What?"
haven't had a chance to
Well,
see
now
it.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
And that's what he said because it shows. It doesn't glorify the life. It
just shows
like this was his life and this was the end. You
Yeah.
know, this is what
Yeah.
it led to. So, yeah.
And maybe the one about Elton John will be the same way.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's still alive and kicking.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yes. And he's still.
But I
just
mean,
one of
the same as in. I mean, just showing his journey to become the popular musician that he.
Yeah.
Pop star.
Elton John, bro. So,
Elton.
anyways.
Sir.
Sir.
Elton, thank you.
Born Reginald Kenneth Dwight.
Oh.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really weird. Yeah.
Reginald.
Yes, dude. Taron Egerton. That's it. He plays Elton John.
Oh, I was going to look it up, but you beat me to
Okay,
it.
sorry. Well, actually, a Starman member said it.
I couldn't think of the name of the movie, so I had to Google the name of the movie first so I could look it up on Internet Movie Database.
So I guess he sang a song in the movie Sing.
Oh, yeah.
That was an Elton John song.
Oh.
And yeah, you hear him. I watched like a behind the scenes featurette of that film coming out, and it's like, whoa, he sounds exactly like him. It's incredible to see these actors who take on different roles, like Joaquin Phoenix with Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
Okay.
I was
Ray
very
Charles,
surprised by it. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So yeah.
Which I love that when they don't have to dub in the vocals.
Right.
If
Yeah.
they can hire an actor that can actually sing, and even to the point of mimicking the character or the person that they're portraying in the film. That's good too. But even if there's not a character that they're imitating or a real life person that they're imitating, if they've got the vocal chops, let them sing, dude. Don't overdub that
I
stuff.
just saw, I think it was this morning, Jamie Foxx gearing up to play Mike Tyson.
Oh, really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's gonna have to put on some weight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, Mike Tyson was a big fella. I guess he still is a big fella.
Yeah. I mean, not
in
like he used to be, but
in his prime, in his boxing prime, he was like a brick wall.
he scared me.
He was huge.
I was a kid and I was scared.
I know when he
to
came
look
on
at him.
television, I had to change the channel because I was like,
I thought he was going to murder the person.
he's going to
in the,
come
ring.
through the TV and beat the snot out of me.
Exactly.
I just remember, you know what I remember about Tyson is like, in his first few fights, it would be like 7 punches into the first round and he'd get a knockout.
Right.
I mean, like the other guy, I don't even know why the guy got in the ring. Because it's like almost his stare would knock you out.
You could see the fear in that.
So because you guys
eyes.
remember that time period, I highly recommend a film called 42-1. If you haven't seen it, I couldn't recommend it more.
Sounds familiar.
Okay.
It's an ESPN 30 for 30. They always do those
Oh,
documentaries.
yeah, those are good.
And it's the documentary revisiting Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
And because I was a little kid and I remember, but I don't remember. I remember Mike Tyson being this terrifying animal.
Yeah.
But I never knew Buster Douglas's story or his side.
Yeah.
And those were the odds, 42-1. That, yeah. And it was, dude, you will cry. It's a very inspiring story.
Okay.
Because he wasn't even supposed to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He wasn't even worth Mike's time.
Right.
And it was just a fight that was supposed to give him like a warm-up fight for his real fight type thing.
Yeah. So you were saying he wasn't worth Mike's time, son?
Oh, gosh.
I put that one together quickly.
Yeah.
That was fast.
That was,
and it's early. My brain.
There you go. Yeah, dude. So yeah, 42-1 is what it's called.
42-1,
it's an
ESPN film.
And it
Can you watch those on
chronicles
Netflix?
that. I don't know actually. Yeah, so it chronicles that entire the
Sweet.
lead up to the fight, what was going through Buster Douglas's mind.
I love those kind of stories.
I mean, it's a crazy story. Family man.
Yeah.
And oh man, yeah.
I also think about the time Tyson bit
Oh yeah.
Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Holyfield
Yeah.
too.
Gosh,
that was kind of
twice.
Tyson was on his way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
good morning.
ludicrous.
Hello.
Good morning. This is Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Just want to let y'all know, oh man, that yo was so tasty.
Get out of here.
That was a terrible.
Oh my gosh. That was a tastier.
I almost feel like we need to take a break after that.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, that's good.
Are you thick?
Thank you, Mike. Yeah. All right.
Mike Tyson.
Sam Schwan is here, everybody. Sam Schwan. That's right. We got to take a break. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
Here's Skip Heitzig with a word about Calvary College.
I'm thrilled to invite you to take your life's purpose to a whole new level with a degree in biblical studies from Calvary College. We have retooled our School of Ministry into an associate degree program, and it all happens right here on campus. Calvary College instructors are theologians who are passionate about the text of the Bible. And our curriculum trains students to study the Bible academically, think about it critically, and serve God practically. Classes are evening only, and you have the option to attend full or part-time. If you've always wanted to learn more about God and His Word in an academic environment, visit calvaryabq.com College. Applications for the upcoming academic year are due by August 16th.
Get more information about Calvary College at calvaryabq.college. That's calvaryabq.college.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Craig Groeschel.
The key to successful leadership is influence, not authority. We've talked about that before. The key to being great, successful, making a difference is having influence, not just authority. There's a difference between an authoritative boss and a trust-building leader. What does a boss do? A boss drives with authority. I'm the boss, this is the way it's gonna be. A boss drives with authority, but a leader inspires with trust. Trust matters so much. What is the currency of influence? It's trust. The currency of influence is always trust. Just because you have a title does not mean that you have trust. There's a big difference. In fact, I like the way John Maxwell says it. He says, true leadership cannot be awarded, appointed, or assigned. It only comes from influence, and influence cannot be mandated. It must be earned.
That was Craig Groeschel on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at life.church/leadership podcast.
Morning motivations.
And says, oh yeah, he has Asperger's. And then they let him go free. And not only that, the school he went to gave him his college degree. He came back to America.
And he now is the Aspergler.
No.
And he goes out into...
The thing is...
No, dude, no, the look on Steve-O's face. I've never seen him more proud in his life.
That
he
was
wasn't
good.
crying.
That was good.
Dude, that's the best thing.
So
I'm not even joking. No, Phoenix, you let him have his moment.
Yeah.
That was the greatest pun of Dex's entire life. You never have to say another word again.
He just dropped the mic, folks.
In fact,
he
I'm
dropped the
mad
boats.
that they didn't consult Dex on the name of the book. You're writing the film. You're writing the film.
Oh, man.
As burglars. As.
Get it, guys? Get
Oh.
it? It's the greatest thing ever, right?
This is a morning motivation. Yay. We promise pretty things.
Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
No spoilers, guys. Hey, no spoilers.
Hey, one more show, right?
TFK,
Monday.
guys.
Monday,
Yes.
we can get it back.
Mm-hmm. 828.
High today of 77 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning, Sam Swan.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you know, Sam Swan, polar bears don't have white fur?
What?
They have transparent fur that reflects sunlight and makes them look white.
Come on.
Back.
You can't believe everything you read on the internet, Dex.
Oh, yeah? Say
Yeah.
Jesus backwards.
Sedge.
You hungry yet?
Say it again.
Sausage.
Uh-huh.
Sausage.
Yes.
No. I
There
don't
it
like
is.
sausage. I'm a
Wow.
Christian.
You don't like
I
Jesus,
eat
huh?
bacon.
So you'd run from the opposite of Jesus. You run from Jesus backwards. You don't like Jesus
I run from
backwards.
Jesus backwards.
You prefer Jesus.
I prefer Jesus.
We're not sausage guys either.
Yeah.
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 But we ate sausage this week. We had sausage McMuffins because McDonald's got our order wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Green chili pork sausage. That's what I like.
Okay.
No, that's not bad. That is good.
Yeah, man.
And I like things like kielbasa, stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
That's a sausage.
I'm good with that.
technically.
Whoa. Sorry.
Whoa.
Going through some crazy changes in my life right now.
Yeah, right?
You enjoyed
Some-
puberty so much
it's
the
like-
first time, you decided to go through it again.
Crazy exciting
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, okay. Can I have some more eggs, please, Mom?
Dude.
All right, chime in. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. You can text into the show. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Text in, be part of the show. Yeah.
Tomorrow is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you all, yes.
And also with you.
It's a day for fans to debate all the big questions. Like, did Han shoot first?
Yes.
Why is Kylo Ren such a whiner?
Because he's from the lineage of Skywalker.
And if you could personally execute Jar Jar Binks, what method would you choose?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we will debate them all tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie, Sam Schwan?
Oh, man. Okay. Episodes 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
And 6. Wait.
4,
I'm
5, and
confused.
6.
4, 5, and 6. And 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
I love those.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. I appreciated the prequel parts of the stories.
Yes.
But there was parts of it that the acting was horrible.
We went back and we're watching them with Brody and
Yeah.
all the Jeter boys.
Yeah.
Episode 1 I didn't hate this time.
Yeah,
Jar Jar still makes me crazy.
I'm kind of like
but of
that.
course
The more
Brody,
I watch it, the more I
oh.
like it because it just becomes more ingrained in
Yeah.
what I understand from
Yes.
what I saw.
It's like sin, you know? It starts off and you're not into it.
And you're not into it, and
Because
then
you're
all of
like,
a
why would I
sudden-
want to ruin my life?
and
But the
then
more
it's a habit.
comfortable you get with it, yes. See? Episode 1 is a sin.
a cinematic sin.
We're dulling our senses.
My favorite one, and I think it's because it was so groundbreaking and it was revolutionary and all those other kind of exciting words that you can
Yes.
use to describe. Groundbreaking, did I already say that?
Yep.
So it was groundbreaking twice.
Yes.
It broke through all kinds of
Yes. To the core.
episode
4?
4.
I knew you were
The
going to say
first
that.
one.
Yeah.
First one.
A lot of people say that of your age.
Yeah.
No, but seriously.
No, I know.
Because you remember being there and how transformative it was to the
Yeah.
culture of the time in 1977.
In the theater,
Mm-hmm.
I was 14. In the theater,
Jeez.
it was it was magical.
Right. I feel
wa-
like that's how Brody's going to feel about Avengers Endgame for the rest of his life.
Oh, I'm sure.
He will never have an experience like
No.
that. Like that was life-changing for
Yeah.
him as a 6-year-old watching Endgame.
Absolutely. And then each one that came out, you know, when the
Mhm.
return, I mean the Revenge of the
Empire Strikes Back.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Golly,
Mhm.
I'm getting confused.
It's okay.
And then the Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
They were great.
They were. They were. And so for my generation, for me, I got into a heated conversation with a good friend yesterday because for him, it's Empire's the greatest of all time. And I'm
Oh,
going,
yeah.
but it's not a complete film. And therefore, Return of the Jedi to me is the greatest Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Because it's the end of the redemption story.
Right.
It's what we needed.
Yeah.
We needed Darth Vader to, we needed Anakin to,
Yeah.
to me,
It is
that's-
good.
There's nothing like
That-
it.
I go back and
it's
forth
Luke
between those two.
It's Luke becoming the Jedi.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's Leia, the discovery of Leia. It's all of these crazy things. And I'll see your Hoth battle and I'll raise you Jabba's Palace. Because as a kid, nothing cooler than Jabba's
Yeah.
Palace.
Yeah.
That was the best.
And you know what? Remember when they released every episode? The first 6 episodes on Blu-ray.
Yep.
And they added those extra scenes and some of the computer stuff that they added in the original episodes, the 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
I don't like those as much.
I don't either.
I can't find the ones.
Just Jedi, but yeah. Because I didn't
I've
like
gotta
the
find them.
Jabba's Palace song.
I had them on
and- yeah.
VHS.
Yeah. There you go. Nerds.
I even have them in I bought 2 sets of them. I bought one that I didn't even open because I thought VHS was going to be around forever.
Hey, go ahead. Hello.
Hey, speaking of Star Wars, did you guys know that Muhammad Ali was in one of the world's first televised MMA matches?
Go ahead.
We didn't know that. That's a.
Go ahead. Hello?
When was that?
Nerds.
Okay, you know what?
Get out of here. Okay, whatever.
Well, they polled, and they asked a bunch of people in a new poll, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? What do you think? they
Everybody's
said?
going to say Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah?
I bet you that's number one.
Yeah.
It was
I
a tie.
honestly, truly
Number
think,
one, there was a tie.
I'm hoping it's Empire and Return of the Jedi, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be Empire and Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back.
Wow.
I'm
See, what's
actually kind
funny,
of surprised by that.
A New Hope has only been called A New Hope. It wasn't called A New Hope in the theaters. It was just called
Right.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Originally.
And then it became
It became A New Hope,
A New Hope.
when they started working on the rest of them.
Return of the Jedi was in third place with 11%. Next up were the two most recent Skywalker sagas, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. They tied 4% each. And the movies that got the least love, of course, The Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones. Yeah, for sure. Can't we just delete those out of the...
The craziest thing to me is 26% of people they surveyed said they've never seen a Star Wars movie.
That
26%.
That's just wrong. That's wrong.
Never seen a single one. And we get that from time to time. People go, I've never seen a Star Wars.
I
I'm
want
like,
to ask them, do they have any culture?
Well, what stinks about that is if you're trying to watch 4, 5, and 6 now and you've never seen them, it does a disservice to Star Wars.
Yeah.
'Cause the technology in 1977 was like nothing you've ever seen.
Right.
But in 2019,
Yeah.
it leaves a lot to be desired.
It's like nothing you shouldn't see.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why you watch those for the story.
Right.
You don't watch for the special effects. But back in the day, the special effects were huge.
Right. I mean, we showed the older boys The Matrix, the first Matrix film, which is rated R. I know I want to put that out there. But we were talking about the technological advances,
Yeah.
and so my boys are also film nerds like me, and so it was like, listen, at the time, but we hadn't seen it in some time, and while it's still a sight, a spectacle,
Right.
it's also very dated comparatively to what we see today.
Oh, yeah.
I find
your
lack of faith
disturbing. Well, even I mean, just think
in
about
parts.
the Toy Story movies.
Right.
That you could watch the original one, and you're like, man, it's blocky and
Yeah.
archaic looking because the technology has grown exponentially since that one. When that one was released, that was huge.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Josh was like, were y'all aware that the actor for Chewbacca passed away yesterday? Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, shut up. We've talked about it like
Chewie,
3
is
times.
that you?
See, that's great. I like that. 74 years young. Peter May.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie ever, and anybody who says otherwise is wrong.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
Period.
Good job, Nick. Somebody else chimed in and said that's the same thing. Jedi, best Star Wars film all time
It
for a
is.
plethora of reasons. I agree
It is.
wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
I think I agree.
The original 3 are the best, and then I think I like the Star Wars stories better than like the last 3
Well,
canon ones.
Yeah, duh.
I don't know, though. With Force Awakens, though, gosh, that was...
Solo and Rogue One, though, bro.
Solo and Rogue One
Solo
were
was amazing, and
fantastic.
I almost didn't see Solo until you called me, and then
Yep.
and then I saw it, and it was life changing.
Yeah, Nick's favorite Star Wars character is Han Solo, and so she was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Eh," and I'm like, no, dude,
You have
no.
to see
Yeah,
I'm
like
glad you
he's,
saw it,
he's,
Nick. Yeah.
he's untouchable for me. But
Yeah.
Aaron, what is his name? Alden Ehrenreich,
Yeah.
whatever his name is, did
Right.
amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I
Incredible job.
felt like I got to have a seat at history watching the Kessel Run and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like huge.
How Han Solo became
There
Han
you go.
Solo.
Yeah, exactly.
Even how he got his name.
Exactly.
Right.
Even how he got his name.
I was
so
just going
cool.
to say that.
Yeah.
Like huge. I think I watched the whole movie with a big dumb grin on my face the entire time.
I did too.
And like
Basically.
giggled throughout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every time
There you go.
something they would refer to that was like that we know about
Yeah.
Han Solo, I'd be like,
Oh,
that was the first time.
Yeah, completely.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
call.
driving my wife crazy.
Exactly.
There you go.
Thank you, Nick.
Gosh.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Chewie, we're home.
Hey, May the 4th is tomorrow, and it's also free comic book day. If you are a nerd, like all the people chiming in, going, bro, loves me some Star Wars. Yeah, free comic book day, May 4th, 2019. Go to freecomicbookday.com.
That's cool.
Just about every comic book store in the nation takes part in it, and you can find one close to you. You don't have to buy anything. It's just free comic books.
Yeah.
They,
It's free.
they give away comic books on free comic
Free,
book
guys.
day. Somebody just chimed in who has no sense of quality film because they said Solo was trash. You're trash, sir or ma'am.
Welcome.
You're trash.
You know, here's
Solo was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Arguably my favorite.
agree.
It's like right up there with Return of the Jedi for me. No joke.
I loved Rogue One too.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was amazing at how
Yeah.
they wove that into the. And I read something about how that story got written.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "I want to write a Star Wars story. It doesn't have to be part of the canon." Blah blah blah. And then they said, "Dude, the movie is in the scroll of the first movie of Episode 4.
Yeah.
The story.
Yeah.
All you have to do is write a movie about that scroll."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Hey, yeah." And
Yeah.
and look what he did.
Dude, Rogue One
It's
is
so
Amen.
good.
I loved it. And I honestly think Solo is one of the best. It's oh gosh, I loved it.
You know what I don't get? Here's one thing I don't get about all this sci-fi stuff. Why can't Star Wars and Star Trek people get along? Well, well, I don't, because I like the Star Trek movies, the newer ones. I have to be honest, and I have to admit, I like the old ones too. I watched
love
the
the old
series.
ones.
Yeah.
I never understood that because I was a
There's
kid.
some
So
people
for me it was like
there's some people who there's this clash. You can't love
That's
both
well,
series.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because helping out at a comic shop recently
Yeah.
and just being around that level of nerd,
Okay.
I understand it. And I'll
Okay.
tell you right now,
Please.
Star Wars is fantasy
Right.
for sure.
Right.
It's in a galaxy far, far away. It's a lot of just fun and space epic, and they're crazy, and we love them. The story is outlandish and great.
Right.
It's like a space western.
Okay.
Star Trek is more science than fiction. It is more technical. It's very deep, and it's and I'm saying this as a Star Wars fan. It's definitely next level, like smarts.
Right.
You know what I mean? They
Right.
care about like the quantum mechanics of the blah, 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 blah.
But there's still elements.
Which to me was kind of boring as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and there's like the fantastical elements, but it's more science than
like
fiction.
the
Star Wars is
the
more
other
fiction than science.
life forms that they come upon.
Yeah.
That's not science.
No, but it was all.
But how they got there is
Yes.
science.
So.
Like with Warp Factor 7.
Yeah. Yep. I liked both, but yeah. See. Yeah. Star Trek is social commentary, Jarrett said.
Well,
might be right.
Yeah, yeah.
But, and that's
'Cause
what
it
I'm
was-
saying.
because it was
just
out- it came out in the
it was
60s.
Headier. You know
It came
what I
out in
mean?
the 60s,
Yeah.
so it was. There was very much.
Because I've seen uber nerds argue over
Yeah.
these things, and I'm going, oh
Well,
my
see, and
gosh.
I
don't
there's
get
a
it.
part of me that understands that, but at the other side, I'm like, well, why can't we just appreciate both of them for the reason that they exist? They exist for different reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Got to
Yeah.
take a quick break, guys.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
May the 4th be with you tomorrow. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Also live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
Predictable resistance. Mark it down on your calendar. Your enemy will resist what God leads you to do.
Need some divine direction? Here's Craig Rochelle on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
If you're not living with a little uncertainty every now and then, you are not living by faith. And if you're not living by faith, you cannot please God. All I know is I'm being compelled by the Spirit. Spirit's prompting, certain uncertainty, predictable resistance. The third part of God's process is what I call predictable resistance. Mark it down on your calendar. Your enemy will resist what God leads you to do. This is what Paul says. All I know is I'm being prompted. I don't know what's going to happen there. I only know that in every city, the Holy Spirit warns me that prison and hardships are facing me. Prison and hardships.
Now that's a PowerPoint with Craig Rochelle on Star 88.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe it. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories, they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe it. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. You keep a cover over every single secret. So afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
For God, or excuse me, for King and Country.
This your first day on the air?
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, this whole week, I've went to go and talk into the mic, and I forget to turn my mic on. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh, yeah. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, no, for King and Country. We're going to be talking to Luke or Joel.
Yeah.
Not sure. Luke?
No, it's Luke.
Luke?
We'll have
Next
Luke
week?
on the show next
Cool.
week.
That's right.
Heck yeah, bro.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. 8:48.
High today of 77 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
And the Schwan. The Schwan's man is here.
Man, we opened a can of worms with that whole Star Wars, Star Trek thing.
We did.
You know why? Because we're tribal. That's why. We're tribal.
That term, bro. That's like kind of taking over culture right now.
Thank you, Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Sam. I like them both. They're both fine. Why can't you love them
And
both?
for different reasons.
Yeah, well, Mark and Tempe chimed in and he said, I love Star Trek. It's meant to be serious. I also really enjoy Star Wars. It's meant to be a fun adventure. Star Trek fans want to know how warp drive works and why it's different from impulse power. Star Wars fans are just thankful the Millennium Falcon made it to light speed when it's critical, regardless of how it works. Fair.
That's
totally
a
fair.
very good summation.
Yes. I agree wholeheartely, Mark and Tempe.
Way to go, Mark and Tempe.
You're the man.
Say hi to my brother. He
there
lives in
you go.
Tempe.
So, anyway. Yeah.
That was very succinctly put.
Yeah. And now a toilet paper dispenser that sounds like Chewbacca. Steve-O?
How am I supposed to follow that up with something serious?
Now a Coke Zero can makes a noise like Chewy.
Are they just pushing it along the table?
That's what it sounds like.
Gosh.
Or, when you get tased, sometimes you sound like Chewy.
Wow. You ready for this dope transition? Because this is how I do.
Yeah.
We're honoring Chewbacca because he passed away yesterday at the age of 74 years old. Which is, 74 years old. He was surrounded by his family. He passed away at his North Texas home. And, dude, he was a big man.
7'2".
Not due to gigantism. So, according to this article, they say he measured 7'3".
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
I heard 2. Sorry.
So, on that, it is sad to report Peter Mayhew, but we also just lost, an icon, the pastor's pastor.
Yeah.
And I just got this across
I didn't even
the wire.
know until you just said it.
And it was like, oh my gosh. Bible scholar, often quoted by evangelical pastors and teachers, and studied like the word like no one's business, so much so that a lot of his commentaries are probably what's regurgitated from the pulpit.
No doubt.
Right now.
Yeah.
No joke. Warren Wiersbe passed away Thursday night at 89 years old.
89. Wow.
His grandson posted the news in a tribute to his grandfather on his blog. He wrote more than 150 books dating back to the 1950s.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He was referred to as the pastor's pastor because his Bible commentaries and study aids were used so widely around the world, and his books were translated into a dozen languages. So he first served as Central Baptist Church in Lombard, Illinois in 1951, and in the late 50s, he worked for Youth for Christ International, the same organization that gave a start to the ministry of this kid named Billy Graham. So when he was done working at Youth for Christ, he served at Calvary Baptist Church in Covington, Kentucky from 1961 to 71. And his books have sold more than 4 million copies.
That's not surprising at all.
Yeah. So his personal library, I guess, is said to contain more than 10,000 books because he obviously wasn't just a writer, but a reader as well and a studier of God's word. And so his grandson said, quote, "Grandpa built bridges from the world of the Bible to the world of today so that we could get to the other side of glory in Jesus," end quote. So, dude, I will tell you personally, anytime I ever had a question about the word, and I hope people hear me correctly, I would almost 100% of the time go to one of his books.
Yeah.
Seriously. My wife's grandfather was a pastor for many, many years, and he had an extensive library. So when he passed away, it was like, "Oh, Steve-O, you care about the word." And I went over there, and I think I took just about every single one he had of Warren Wiersbe.
Yeah.
Because he was such a prolific writer and had a way of helping you understand what God was saying, and so I wanted to say, don't hear me wrong, because anytime we have questions, we should pray, we should seek the Lord and for wisdom and not just take some scholar's word for it because he's Warren Wiersbe or Pastor Skip or whoever it is. Like, we really always need to take it back to the Lord. But he was a big deal in my household.
Yeah. What I loved about the way he wrote was that he would take scholarly ideas and put them in language that anybody could understand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people who are very gifted scholars but aren't good at translating that to common language to help people understand it. And I think that's one of the reasons that Warren Wiersbe's commentaries were so popular.
Yeah.
Was because he was able to take that and kind of translate it into an understandable or plain language. He would take this deep concept and put it into this more simple language for us to be able to understand.
Yeah.
And Steve, you're right. When you're reading the scriptures and you come across something that you don't understand, there's part of a hermeneutics is the technical term for what Bible study is.
Right.
And so a hermeneutical technique is that you read the scripture, you're studying a passage, and you read the scripture, read it in several different translations to get a kind of a broad language understanding of what it says, and then try to understand it for yourself, pray through it, and then that's when you consult the commentaries.
Right.
So there's a step process to go through. And one of the things about guys like Wiersbe is that you can trust his theological stance to be accurate and to be extremely biblical and not, some guys, when they write commentaries, they just, or even just books about the Bible,
right?
They put a passage and then there's four pages of opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas Wiersbe stuff is exegetical Bible study put in language to help people understand.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
and there's other guys out there like him, but he'll be missed.
I remember when Chrissy's grandfather was still alive, there was one book in particular that he wanted me to read. And I have it was a first edition that he ended up giving me, and I still have it. And I'll tell you right now, it's a terrifying book, and I'm just being plain, because he gave it to me, and I'm like, okay. And it's called The Strategy of Satan. And you open the book, and it begins with this. This book is about Satan and the strategy he has to wreck your Christian life and, if possible, destroy you. And then he talks about like the people who had interactions with Satan, and he says, please keep in mind that this book is a manual of arms for the Christian soldier. It is not a devotional reader for the believer who's gone AWOL. It's a deadly serious guidebook for the dedicated Christian who is on the battlefield and wants to know how to win. Please do not speed read these pages. Read them carefully, especially the many quotations from God's word.
Wow.
And he has got this big dissertation about why, like, hey, man, if you're just kind of cruising through your faith, or if you're like, do not read this book.
Yeah.
Because you are learning the strategy of the evil one who wants to destroy you,
Right.
and he is going to combat this in any way he can and tear you down.
Yeah.
And it was like, cool, man, not reading
Not
this one.
reading this one.
I'm not even joking.
You never
Like,
read it?
Chrissy's grandpa gave it to me, and I read that, and I was just like, I don't think I can read this right now, because I was at a place in my faith where I don't know that I was taking it seriously enough, and but I'll never forget that and
Yeah.
reading that, and then it was like, I have to read this book. So it's called The Strategy of Satan by Warren Wiersbe. And it's
Before
still,
you close that out, I want to take a picture of the cover. I'm going to look that book up.
Oh,
That's
man.
one I don't have.
Yeah, it's yeah.
All right.
It's a good one, man. Here, I'm gonna get you to the actual. Here, sorry. Anyways,
Yeah, this B series is pretty good. I've read a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
If you're looking for a good, if you have a Bible group, you have a small group or something. The B series,
Yeah.
he's got a ton on like
Yeah.
be joyful, be mature, be comforted.
Be complete.
Yep, so good.
dude, on being a servant of God, if you just want to,
Yeah.
if you just want to feel like nothing.
You know who else I really like, and he passed away like a year ago, I think, is Jerry Bridges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, Warren Wiersbe,
those
he
guys.
fought the good fight. He ran the race well, and
He
he
did.
passed
89,
away at the
man.
age of 89 years
Wow.
old. So.
All right, let's take a quick break, guys. It's Friday. We are live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Though marriage is endangered, it isn't doomed. Skip Heitzig hits this hot spot.
You need to know it doesn't just happen. It's not automatic. It's the deliberate result of determined people willing to make it work with God's grace and strength.
Hotspot. God meant marriage to last a lifetime.
So marriage requires a deep, determined commitment of permanence.
Want more from Skip? Visit connectwithskip.com. As Skip says, marriage begins with a commitment.
They may start with just this commitment, hey, let's get married. God raises it up to a higher level called a covenant. Higher level. Marriage is to be seen as a sacred union, not a piece of paper.
Increase your Bible knowledge with Skip's reading plans. Search for Skip Heitzig in the YouVersion Bible app.
It doesn't need to just be regarded, it needs to be guarded. It needs to be protected, it needs to be shielded.
Hotspot.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
Jesus said in Mark 11:22, have faith in God. Now, the reason I bring this up is some people say, well, I don't believe in faith. I am a person who believes you must see it to believe it. I don't apply faith anywhere in my life. Faith is for fools. Really? Come on, use faith all the time. How about when you board a 747? Though you know little about aerodynamics, you trust that somehow, even though it has a takeoff weight of 900,000 pounds, that baby is going to get up in the air and get you safely to your destination. And you're also applying faith toward the people in the cockpit that are flying that beast. So don't tell me you don't use faith. Use faith every day. God's saying, put your faith in me. Have faith in God.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM. This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Hey, now, you never call me when you touch down. Okay, that's what's up now. It's like you don't give a what now. Yeah. Hey, now, you only call me when you need something. When you want a little free something. That's not what friends do. Alright, who are you? If you knew I was bugging and you stayed quiet. You said I was right when I ain't right. Well, that's not what friends do. That's not what friends do. Alright, who are you? Hey, oh, yeah. I know things ain't the same more. Yeah, they praying on me, gotta pray more. The devil horns with the halo, and they stay close. Hey, oh, say anything you wanna say though. And you can even make it hateful. Yeah, you gotta say it to my face though. Case closed. If you knew I was bugging and you stayed quiet. You said I was right when I ain't right. Well, that's not what friends do. That's not what friends do. Alright, who are you? Hey, when the last time you think about me? Hey, probably the last time the drink's on me. Hey, when the last time you think about me? Probably the last time the drink's on me. It's a whole lot. Tell me what you done for me lately. Only call me when you want a favor. She told me don't be a stranger, but that's not what friends do. Girl, I know what that means. If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, then girl, I'm onto your schemes. Got a lot of friends in air quotes. Some dope moments, we share those. It's weird, yo. When people that I don't know acting like we're close. And lately, all my new friends, just my co-workers. So where I go when my soul hurts. If you knew I was bugging and you stayed quiet. You said I was right when I ain't right. Well, that's not what friends do. That's not what friends do. Alright, who are you? Hey, when the last time you think about me? Hey, probably the last time the drink's on me. Hey, when the last time you think about me? Probably the last time the drink's on me. Hey, when the last time you think about me? Probably the last time the drink's on me. Hey, when the last time you think about me? Probably the last time the drink's on me.
Andy Mineo on Star 88. 9:03.
High today of 77 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning, everyone. Yes. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, Paul. How are you, dude? Joshua M. Trish. Jacinda. Good morning. Great call this morning, by the way, Jacinda. Love that phone call. Yes, Stormy, go ahead. Okay, thank you so much. Beautiful call. Beautiful. Got Sam Swan hanging out with us for one more hour. You look beautiful today, buddy.
Thank you.
Nice plaid
I
shirt.
feel beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
When you feel beautiful, you are beautiful.
Beautiful.
I should put that on a plaque or something.
Yeah, you should, man. You should. Your eyebrows look real nice today.
Thank you. I plucked them.
Got a fresh haircut, dude?
No.
Oh.
But it's time.
Is
I
it
need
time?
to call my barber in Los Lunas.
This is so fresh.
Los Lunas.
Yeah. Well, he had a shop. He worked for a shop in Rio Rancho, and then he opened his own shop in Los Lunas.
Oh.
He's got his own business. So
That
I
is
thought
a
it's
trek. and
it's a
half.
long way to go.
Just
but he
for a
lives in Los
haircut.
Lunas. I told him what he was doing was
okay.
crazy. He lived in
Yeah.
Los Lunas and would
Okay.
drive to Rio Rancho to work.
Yeah.
So he opened his own shop, and I said he does a really good job with my hair, and it is quite a distance for me to go to get my hair cut. But he's a youth pastor also, and so we get to talk youth ministry, and he cuts my hair and does a good job and makes me look handsome. So it's worth the trip for me.
It looks good, dude.
Oh, thank you
It
very
looks
much.
really good.
It's time to get it done right before camp.
Yeah, man.
You look amazing. Your hair rocks.
Right on. I like that.
You guys can chime in on YouTube, Star 88 FM. You can text in. What's the live line?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Yes. Go ahead.
What are you giggling at?
Dex,
stop
all morning
tickling, Steve-O.
long, we were...
You want to get tickled?
No, I do not. I hate being tickled.
Well, the tickle monster's here.
Okay. Gosh. We got to make a phone call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been teasing it all morning. We were excited to have a guest in studio at 7 a.m. this morning. Brodus.
Who's that?
Joey Belford.
Oh, yeah.
He was coming in at 7 this morning. And I texted him, and I'm like, hey, bud. You coming in? I hadn't heard from him all morning. He literally just texted me.
Yeah?
Oh.
Because he's just been sleeping this whole time.
Of course.
This is why our show got canceled.
Exactly. Top shelf to low shelf. Bottom shelf.
Hello.
Oh!
Don't sound like you've been sleeping to me. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you're on the radio.
Dude, I've been handling it. I've been indexing files.
Mm.
I've been, mental index. I've been doing, I was doing taxes.
Nice, yeah.
In
Taxes,
in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
On another planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In a galaxy
Yeah,
far, far away.
It's just one of those weird dreams.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a dream that I was going to have my alarm set for a certain time of the morning, and then that AM was set to PM.
Oh,
and so,
my gosh.
Yeah, that's the number one excuse
Is that
people
even...
give.
I am like, how is that still real? Don't you have, like, an iPhone?
Yeah, I do it
that's
more
what
on
I
my
set it
iPhone.
like that on.
I've done it more on my
Amazing.
iPhone than
I've
any
actually
other
done it
way.
Really?
before, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Totally.
Well, I guess you can just share your
Totally
details
not.
over the phone, I guess. You know? It's cool.
Dude.
mean, you don't
You
really
gotta-
have
So
we
I
gotta-
guess I needed it. I guess I needed it, man. It was just crazy.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, I mean, you're going to be up pretty late tonight, right?
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about
you guys
what's going
remember-
on. Like, yeah.
You guys remember last year the Zoe prom?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Yes.
used to call it Zoe, but I guess it's Zoe,
Zoe, yes.
but it's spelled like Zoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically a citywide alternative prom. And this will be the third year that I've DJ'd it. It's at Hotel Albuquerque, and it's a nonprofit prom. You know, all the money goes to what used to be called Project Zoe. Now it's just Zoe Boutique.
Mm-hmm.
But who assist women in need, and they provide clothing, and it's a cool chance for if it's just a cool prom, and it's not overly it's not cheesy. It doesn't feel like I'm at like some homeschool prom where everyone's in khakis with their t-shirts tucked in.
Right?
Everyone dresses up. It's not formal, it's semi-formal, so you don't have to wear a tux. And even though it's tonight, you know how it goes when everybody's when people are donating facilities and donating things like that, sometimes it always doesn't come together super early. So, but it's tonight. So it's tonight at Hotel Albuquerque. Starts at 7 o'clock. You can just walk up to the door. You don't have to get tickets in advance. But it costs $30. But you also get a free photo out of it. Heidi's going to be there setting up, doing the booth and giving free prom photos.
Nice.
I'll be DJing. I'm listed on the poster as DJ MAUX FAUX.
Yeah, DJ.
Which, if you read
Mox
it,
Fox.
it says it's just pronounced mofo. But it's MAUX FAUX, which also incidentally is the name of mine, and I don't know if even you knew this, Steve-O, but that's the name of our podcast.
What? We started a podcast together called Mofo?
Yeah.
What?
Called Mofo.
You guys do a podcast
Yeah.
together?
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, a comedy podcast at mofo.co.
Yeah.
Is it
But anyway,
out?
Yeah, Mox Fox.
it's not out yet, but it's about to be.
Or Mofo.
But anyway, that's
dot
besides
co.
the point. DJ Mofo is listed.
Why are you trying to
That's
steal
me.
my co-host, bro?
No, not stealing anything. Like,
Yeah?
it's all just side
Yeah?
gig.
What's
That's
up,
the
bro?
beauty of
Dude, it's
You can
totally
just do things
different.
on the
It's
side.
mostly like just comedy and writing original songs together for comedy's sake, and
Oh, it sounds like
just like
our
improv
show.
and what are you talking about? It's totally different.
Skits and stuff?
It's totally different.
Huh.
So
Weird.
Totally
Yeah,
different.
totally different.
No, we're modeling. It's modeled after legends like Syphil and Ollie and things
Yeah.
like that, but
Yeah.
just without sock puppets. So it's nice.
That's
Anyway,
cool.
Project Zoe. I'm DJ Mofo, and Project or Zoe Project is hosting the alternative prom tonight. The theme is Midnight in Paris.
Ooh.
And which, it doesn't mean you don't have to dress up a certain way. That's just the vibe. But it's at Hotel Albuquerque tonight at 7 o'clock. So
Can I
it's
crash
not
it?
too late. You can just kind of get dressed up and show up. And let me tell you something, man. It's a party. Like, we throw down. Like, there's so many kids
I'll be the judge of that.
dancing nonstop. Like, from 7 to 10, it is just dancing. The dance floor is always packed. And it's crazy, man. It is awesome. But it's all clean, and it's all like, it's all clean music. There's not anything foul that ever drops. And, no one's cruising around. There's only I only do like one or two slow dances maybe, but there's nobody cruising around with the Bible, sticking it in between them, save room for the Holy Spirit, or anything like that. But it's still very chaperoned and it's just legit. It's just a clean prom without any of the nastiness of the world kind of creeping in, but it's still not, I don't want that to take away from the impact of what a party this is.
Right.
It's really
Well,
fun.
here's the thing. Somebody's chiming in going, man, I still miss the old prom from the radio station back in the day. And that was your jam. Like, you got that thing going and made it what it was. So if y'all are reminiscing and missing that, this has got the same flavor. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did some crazy things. So some of the M88 proms, I'll never forget when we had Family Force 5.
Yep.
You only saw live bands play proms in the movies,
Yeah.
And that was a really cool time. But yeah, all that point is I know how to throw a prom. So
that's what we hear.
So it's happening.
Good, man.
But this is all the money goes to Zoe Boutique. And so you can look up Project Zoe or just Zoe on Facebook. And info about that. But the main thing is you just go to Hotel Albuquerque, bring $30 with you, and if you don't have quite $30, that's okay. Come on down and just let someone know that. You know what I mean? The idea is that it's open for any
Teens.
teenager in. Not just in need, but teenagers that just don't want to go to their nasty high school prom. That's all, just booty jams.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Come on, let's be real.
No, just
And
doing
so it's just not like that, but it's a constant dance party.
There you go.
And it's just really fun. So come on down.
There you go.
Sounds good.
All right,
Joey.
man. You can go to facebook.com/BecauseYouAreMore. That's actually Project Zoe's Facebook page. And find out all the details. Midnight in Paris. Prom tonight, Hotel Albuquerque, featuring DJ Mofo.
Right.
DJMofo.co. All right.
Thanks, Joey.
You guys are awesome.
All right, buddy.
Okay, wait. Wait. I hang up. Wait, you hang up. Wait.
Wait,
I'll
you
hang up.
No, you go.
Let's
No,
count
you
to
guys
3.
hang up.
No, you.
No, you hang up first.
2,
No, I'll hang up.
No, you.
3.
Okay, wait, you guys hang up.
Goodbye.
There we go.
Here's DJ Mofo right here on the spin of the records on the mix. That's right, on the mix.
Wicked fresh. Dude, I cannot believe that's on the flyer. That's hilarious. DJ Mox Fox, bro.
DJ Mox Fox.
We came up with that name years ago because we were going to do a comedic hip-hop duo.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got the rights. We did everything for it, and then we didn't end up doing anything with it. So it's like, let's just make that our podcast.
Oh, podcast, huh? Wow.
And do you do that
Podcast.
podcast in a sauna?
Yeah, right.
From a sauna?
Jeez, man.
That would be really cool,
It
Steve.
feels
if
like
you
it
did
because it's
something like
always in
that.
his studio, and it's really warm in there. So basically.
Well,
No, if anybody ever cared about Stifel and Ollie back in the day, they were sock puppets. This is no joke. They were two dudes who were music majors, and there was this terrible show on MTV that was my favorite show in the history of ever. And Joey and I actually really bonded over this years ago because they were two music majors, and they would make up songs on the fly, and but all the characters were sock puppets.
oh, man.
It was hilarious.
I bet.
And so kind of channeling some of that.
There you go.
Not like in a Wiccan way or like a weird tree huggery.
But it
like,
sounds
Channeling, as in metaphorically.
Yes, not metaphysically.
Oh,
That's what it sounds
well played, sir.
Boom! I'm so
well
smart!
played. Yes, you are.
That's a lie.
Yes, you are. It's because you read Warren Wiersbe.
That's right.
Yes.
That's why you're smart.
Yes. Yep.
All right, in the mix tonight, DJ Mox Fox. That's right, everybody.
That's a cool deal, man. I'm glad they do that.
All right, we got to take a break, guys. Yeah, take us out, Sam.
We will be right back.
Single parenting, same responsibilities, half the person power. Not easy, but vital. As Skip Heitzig says,
If this is the only thing you pass on to your children, you have given them everything.
Hotspot.
A spiritual heritage is everything.
Keep your focus on the target. Kids who walk with Jesus.
If you're getting them to heaven, whether they got an advanced degree in college or made straight A's on this or became valedictorian, who cares? Who cares? If you're setting them on the path to know Jesus Christ, you've given them everything.
Find more from Skip at connectwithskip.com. And remember, don't expect perfection from yourself.
But just do what you can and make sure what you can do is the very best.
Subscribe to the Skip Heitzig YouTube channel. And here he is to lock out this hotspot.
God sets the lonely, the solitary, the single parent in families. We are those families. We are those families. The church becomes that family.
Hotspot.
Hi, it's Dex. We want you to share your star story. How has Star 88 and the morning invasion impacted your life?
Hi, my name's Christopher, and what your station has done for me is when I didn't have anybody to talk to about things I've been going through lately. I'm also a father of 4, so I can't really drop the ball. When I didn't have anyone to talk to, I listened to this to your radio station. It helped me a lot. It was kind of like the things I was going through were things topics that you guys were talking about, and kind of helped me in a way to release some of that stress and help me through some of the struggles I've been going through. So thank you very much.
We want to hear your star story. Call us now, 505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. And share your star story.
up to divorce. Yeah, lonely holidays, child. All I see is tears when it rains down. I can't even let it satisfy. Driving around the city, satellite. Married till I die, till I die. Baby, hit the road side by side. Running on the sideline right now. This feel like a lifetime. I doubt losing all my patience somehow. Feeling the vibrations of you now. Tell me, are you sad or sad? When no one's left to wipe the tears off. I know you feel alone, but I'm right there with you. With you. Yeah, always there with you.
Gavi with you, Star 88, 921.
High today of 77 degrees.
And go.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the program, Sam Schwan.
Thank you. It's such a blessing to be with you fellas this morning.
And with you, yes. Oh, well, we'd like to get your opinion, Mr. Schwan, about this church.
Okay. I have lots of
Sure.
opinions.
Yes, you do. That's why we value your opinion.
Oh,
No, it didn't work.
I have an opinion that's valued even.
Yes, of course.
Wow. Okay.
Madison, Wisconsin. There is a church that found a legal loophole to bring marijuana to Madison. Apparently, it's illegal there. So this church allows the congregation to smoke marijuana. And since this church started allowing people to smoke marijuana, about 6,000 people have rolled up to the church to become members.
Rolled up. Well played there.
Ah! He
Yeah.
got it!
Ah!
You're smoking.
You're sm-
We were wondering, like, Sam Swan from the Baptist Convention of Mexico, he is the punniest dude we know. And if there's one thing...
That's totally lit, bro.
Whoa!
Oh.
They're just trying to weed out the
Yes.
naysayers.
Yes.
Get it? Weed out?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Rastafarian church.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
right?
It's called the Lion of Judah House.
I mean, you travel all over this great state,
I do.
preaching and hanging out with many a different churches. You think you'd lend some time to preach at
this one?
church? Yeah.
Only if they serve Twinkies.
Okay.
I
I don't know if it's worth your time, man. I heard that it's all going to pot.
Unbelievable.
It's up in smoke, dude.
Oh my
Up in
gosh, you are-
smoke.
So stupid.
Time to wrap this thing up.
Oh my gosh. What? I'm starting to rethink everything in my life right now.
Oh man.
Thought I knew you, bro.
That's good. I know.
I was sitting here going,
I
there's
know.
no way.
There's no way. He's
There's
not
no
going to
way.
have any.
I
He's not
could,
gonna have
I
any.
could be the token Baptist.
Oh my gosh.
We talked about this a few days ago. Not
Tell
a
me more.
singular person used that terminology.
No.
That's the best pun. That was
Really?
the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.
We're proud of you, man. This is the reason why you're the king.
Yeah.
You were the king of puns.
Oh, man. Well,
Gosh.
it's a gift.
Yeah. Man.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay.
So
Well done,
this
sir.
I want to play the the news report again.
This is
because
real, though?
This is real. Here's the news report.
Yeah, this is really funny. They really tried their
They
best.
tried very hard.
to
You
be
wrote
as punny
this.
as possible.
Yes.
We reported on a Rastafarian church that found a legal loophole to bring marijuana to Madison. Since then, about 6,000 people have joined the church, but things are starting to get a little sticky. Jamie Perez now with how things have gone up in smoke.
The Lion of Judah House of Rastafari has hit a new high. People from around the state have been rolling up to become members of this church. But while membership has grown, it's also blazing a hazy trail for the city attorney's office. Jesse Schwark has said his church has been the topic of a clouded debate.
Clouded debate?
Wow. I can't believe.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Somebody's like, dude, Christian radio, you guys are being blunt about this.
Whoa!
Dude, I can't think of it.
Somebody's just freaking out because, like, with as far as your puns go, you are clearly moving to greener pastures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
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 So, real talk. All puns out of the way. Did we get them all out? Is that all of them?
I don't know. Sometimes they just sneak up on me.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just
So-
have to wait and THC, am I right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hemp it.
Right on, man. Right on.
Sparking conversation everywhere.
Yeah!
I didn't do it. Mike did.
Oh, man.
Mike, that was Mike's on YouTube.
Okay. So, anyways.
Suddenly, I have the munchies.
Oh,
All of a
gosh.
sudden.
The Token Baptist.
The Token Baptist was the best one. That was the best one. But seriously, like we covered this and it was like, we need to talk to a pastor about this because this is truly like how they're getting people in the church. Hey guys, come smoke weed. You know, like
Yeah.
terrifying. I realize it's a Rastafarian church, but at the same time, it's like we were saying, you know, how you get somebody into the church is usually like how you'll keep them. So
Yeah.
if you're like an events church, you better keep having events.
Yeah.
Or if you're, you know, whatever it may be. But this obviously.
I feel like we're going to be held responsible for the way that we get people into the building. If we're concerned, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
Jesus said to make disciples. As you are going, make disciples.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't think that means that anything goes. I think there's certain. Are we encouraging certain behaviors that are not helpful behaviors that could even are harmful behaviors?
Yeah.
In order to draw people, if you just want to draw a crowd, that's one thing.
Right.
But if you actually want to preach the gospel, that's another. And if you're speaking to a lot of people who are not in their right mind at that moment, how I just struggle with that type of motivation.
Yeah.
That kind of goes to even foundational levels of other stuff that we use to draw people into the church.
Yeah.
And which is that could be a huge discussion. But I just feel like God's going to hold us responsible for the way that we handle the truth of the gospel.
Yeah.
And the way that we shared that with people. And in some cases, it's like a bait and switch kind of a thing on one extreme. And then on the other, it's this where what's their real point? I'm not there. I can't judge what they're saying and what they're teaching, but they're not exalting Jesus. They're exalting marijuana.
Right.
And if Jesus isn't enough of a draw for whatever, then I've got an issue with that.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I even feel like that with celebrity. And I've got my favorite pastors that I listen to on podcasts or whatever. But there's this thing about Christian celebrity that just kind of bothers me. That is kind of an internal struggle with me for various reasons. But one, who are we exalting more? Like when we introduce somebody, we got a guest coming to our church to preach, and we say he has spoken to hundreds of thousands of people, and he has thousands of people have been saved. Instead of just saying, hey, here's Steve-O. He's going to preach. He's our guest preacher this morning. Let's welcome him and hear what he has to say from the scriptures today. To me, that's a better introduction than listing all the accolades of what this person has done, because even Paul himself lists all of this stuff, and then he says, "Yet I count this as rubbish,
Right.
trash, it's
Filthy
trash.
rags.
All
Yeah.
this stuff that I've accomplished means nothing to me. The only thing that matters to me is
Yeah.
Jesus." And I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah.
And so I think in our world, we kind of swim in both worlds. We say, well, we're only bragging about what God has done, but really you're bragging about what the church has done since that guy has been the pastor there.
Yeah.
Instead of really bragging on what God has done. And I know I've sort of taken a tangent from what the original discussion was about this church in Wisconsin, but I do feel like we need to be careful about what we use to draw people in, because Christ is the draw.
Right.
He's what we're drawing people to.
Yeah, because people show up because they want life change.
Yeah.
They need
And
life
and there's
change.
some people who would say, well, if you get them in the room, then you can tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you're also out sitting at a table in a coffee shop and you have a conversation with somebody, you can tell them the truth, and you don't have to use a gimmick to get them. Jesus didn't say, "Go out and bring them in."
Yeah.
He said, "As you're going."
Yeah.
In other words, wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your normal everyday life, as you're going, you're making disciples and you're being my witnesses.
For real.
So I
Just to
I
play
struggle
devil's
with that.
advocate here.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So these people most likely are pot smokers.
Right.
These are people that on the daily
Yeah.
smoke weed.
Yeah.
Now they find out, oh, there's a church. This pastor just invited us to this church, and wow, he'll allow you to smoke weed there? We're going to be smoking weed anyways. Why not go and hear the good news
That may transform their lives.
may transform their lives? You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
I think that's possible because I know people who are like, dude,
No, I hear
got
you.
I got saved at a Benny Hinn convention, or
I hear
you
you.
know what I mean, and I'm going, dude, right on. So there is some good that can come from those
Right,
things.
yeah.
I'm not being funny, like just
No, it's
seriously.
true. It's true. Yeah.
However, man,
Would
yeah.
we do the same thing? I don't know.
How about
I
this?
can't even think of a good example.
Orlando, Florida. Here's a good example. This is the first known congregation founded expressly as a beer church. It's a Lutheran outpost, part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America in Florida. Castle Church Brewing Community. They're described as Orlando's newest premier destination brewery. However, it's a church. And so they started this brewery, but really it's a church where you can come to
And enjoy craft beer while you're...
enjoy craft beer and the word. Yeah. So I mean, I'm like,
Yeah, see, there's alcohol is legal.
Right.
Marijuana
Oh,
in
yeah, yeah.
most
Wisconsin
places.
isn't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. So
Yeah.
you're giving a place for people to do something illegal in
Right.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And personally, as a non-partaker of alcohol, I struggle with these kind of things like the one in Florida, and I haven't thought through it. Excuse me, I haven't thought through it well enough to be able to have an informed. I have an opinion.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like we are bending to our culture more than we are being culture. We are being more influenced by our culture than we are influencing our culture.
Influence.
And I think, oh, sorry.
Go on.
We are under the influence of
Yeah.
our culture more than we are under influencing our culture.
Yeah.
That's another way to look at it, I guess. So I feel like we sometimes will blur these lines, and I'm just troubled by the blurring of the lines.
Yeah.
And I understand your question, Dex, and that's a valid question. And like
Yeah.
I said, I haven't really thought it through well enough to be able to give even an informed answer on that. I just think we have to be extremely careful with what we use as a draw. I still think Jesus is the draw.
He is, but like to play a different round of devil's
Sure.
advocate. Because as we're talking about it, like, what is the purpose of the church? And if Christ is the draw, and it's to save the lost, absolutely. But I think there are a few roles that the church should play that they don't always play, right? Like Book of James, true religion is the care for the widows and the orphans.
Right.
And there are things that we should be doing in the community and showing the love of Jesus through that.
Correct.
With no expectation of a return.
Correct.
Because somebody chimed in and said, man, this is hard. We do a big thing for Christmas every year, giving away massive presents. Tons of people come in during that time. Then after we're done, most of those people never come back. And I'm like, yeah, probably. But I mean, Jesus still had this little boy come forward and used loaves and fishes and fed everybody. And then the next time they came around, it was like, you're just here for the food. And most of them walked away. So Jesus, I wouldn't say it was a tactic to get them to him, but at the same time, he knew a lot of those people were just showing up to get food. So
well, okay, a slight different in that, Steve-O, is that they were already there.
Right.
They were already there, and they needed food, and so he provided food for them.
Yeah.
He didn't say, come to this fish fry and hear the gospel.
Yeah. Very true.
There's a big difference there.
Man,
they
that is
were
a good point.
already there.
Yeah.
So the reason I know that is because I had a discussion with a pastor about that, because he used that example as for an attractional event. He said that Jesus had the first fish fry in the history of the Christian church, and because this guy was from the South, and they do fish fries to attract. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do things like that to try to have people so that you have an opportunity to share the gospel.
Are they using beer battered?
Beer battered
Oh,
fish.
my gosh.
I hope so, because that's really good.
Oh,
so I yeah, oh man, this just gets complicated really fast. And yes, we as a church are supposed to be doing things, taking care of two examples that James gives. We're supposed to take care of all kinds of people, but James just points to two in the widows and the orphans. And so the church has a responsibility to do ministry like that. But it goes hand in hand with the gospel. There's some who go way over and just do all the social stuff and don't do anything about the gospel.
Yeah.
They just hope that by osmosis they'll hear the gospel.
All right.
And there's other people who only do gospel stuff and don't do anything to help anybody's needs or anything like that. That's just as incorrect. It goes both. It's a both and kind of a thing, a faith and works kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Sam.
I know. That got really serious there for a second. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
that's all
sorry.
right. I don't mind being serious.
Woo! Somebody said, thank you, Sam, for speaking the truth in love. Crucis Mike said, wow, man, just listening to the token Baptist who worships the Most High. Sam Swan, he's a good friend. A bud, if you will.
A bud. Oh, that's good.
Up in flames.
Thank you. Thank you, Crucis Mike.
Those are great, Mike. Those are great.
He's such a great dude.
He is.
All right, let's take a quick break, guys. You guys chime in. We're on YouTube live at Star 88 FM. Hang out with us.
Ravi Zacharias says our culture is morally suicidal. Here's Ravi on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
You know, in 1939, when the world was facing a treacherous war, King George VI went to the microphone, even with the fear of stuttering and stammering. But his 12-year-old daughter gave him a piece of paper, and those words have become the most memorable of his speech. At age 12, she handed that to him, and he used those words to calm the world. I said to the man at the gate here, give me a light that I may walk safely into the unknown. And he said to me, go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God, and it shall be to you better than the light and safer than the known. Go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God. It shall be to you better than the light and safer than the known. The world is an uncertain terrain today, and all some people know is to go and demonstrate and yell and shout and scream. They have no answers.
A Star 88 PowerPoint.
Sometimes I feel a little lonely. Sometimes I feel like this whole world has got me wrong. Baby, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who ever felt alone. Is this a heart attack, or did my troubles find a way to paint my heart this black? I've done it to myself 100 times before. Turn a man into an island, then I lock the. Sometimes I feel a little lonely. Sometimes I feel like this whole world has got me wrong. Baby, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who ever felt alone. special too. Maybe I'm the one who's failing. Maybe I'm the one who knows that the only way of failing is never letting it go. I gotta let it go. I've gotta let it go. Sometimes I feel like getting lonely. Sometimes I feel like this whole world has got me wrong. Maybe sometimes I feel like I'm the lonely one who never felt alone. Sometimes I feel like getting lonely. Sometimes I feel like this whole world has got me wrong. Sometimes I feel like I'm the lonely one who never felt
That's Colony House going out to Sam Schwan.
Yep.
That's his name. Thank you for chiming in, Sam, being a part of this wonderful, wonderful station.
My pleasure.
941.
High today of 77 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
The Attorney General is a no-show before Congress.
No William Barr.
My question is, what are the Democrats scared of?
Mr. Barr's moment of accountability will come soon enough.
Facebook is going to be much more aggressive at banning people who spread hate.
More on the cruise ship quarantine in the Caribbean because of a measles case.
This is something that can cause severe illness.
A man who was arrested nearly a decade ago for planning to bomb New York City subways was sentenced to 10 years in prison, time already served.
One of President Trump's potential nominees is bowing out. Conservative commentator Stephen Moore is now withdrawing his name from consideration for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors.
Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca in the Star Wars movies, died earlier this week at his home in Texas. Born in Britain, Mayhew was 7'2". He was 74 years old.
James Holzhauer, he just keeps winning on Jeopardy.
That gives you a nice payday, $80,615, and you have gone over $1,608,627.
Ah, yes. Good morning. Thank you. Have a blessed weekend, guys. Yes. Beautiful. We're almost out of here. Almost time to go. Busy weekend. May the 4th tomorrow. Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. I'm just going to chill, you know?
Yeah.
Relax a little bit.
I like it.
All right, before we get out of here, let's talk about the most important thing in our lives, and that's Facebook. Go ahead.
Well, it's weird.
Yeah, right.
We were talking about the Rasta Church and the ways that we draw people in and, celebrity pastors and all these different things. And, man, we saw this story cross the newswire, and I'm going, this is a scary time that we live in. Facebook, it's like the largest country in the world. Truly.
It
It's
is.
the biggest population in the world.
It is.
And after years of pressure to crack down on hate, bigotry, whatever, Facebook has banned Farrakhan, Alex Jones, Paul Nealon, Milo Yiannopoulos, Paul Joseph Watson, Laura Loomer, along with InfoWars, all these different conspiracy theory pages. They just started banning, boom, 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 have stripped them of not only their Facebook page, but also their Instagram because they own Instagram. Man, even fan pages, all of their other related accounts, everything, claiming these are dangerous individuals who are propagating hate speech. And some, of course, are yelling censorship. The others on the flip side are saying, no, we're removing objectionable material such as hate, racism, anti-Semitism. And when I saw that, I actually got kind of nervous because who decides what's considered hate speech?
Yeah.
Who decides what is acceptable to say and what not to say, especially in light of us talking about the gospel and what,
Yeah. I
how
thought
to
that same
relay
thing when I
that,
heard the
and
report this morning.
I'm going, dang, dude, how long until words that we choose to say are deemed that?
Yeah,
very
that's a
thing?
great question. I will say this just before we kind of try to answer that question, if we're going to try to do that. But I will say this: those that are crying censorship, yes, it is a form of censorship. But Facebook is it's not a government agency.
No.
Yeah, right.
So they can censor whatever they want.
That's true.
So on one hand, to wave the censorship flag is a wasted effort because it's a company. I was going to say it's private, but it's not. It's public because it's got shareholders. But the point is, it's a corporation that is out to make money.
Yeah.
And so they can choose. They reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. That's their right to do that. So I sort of agree with the censorship. It's censorship-ish because you're blocking people's speech, but they can do that. That's one of the things about America is you can pick and choose what you want to broadcast.
And if you don't like their decision, then maybe you shouldn't be a part of Facebook or Instagram
That's a good
anymore.
point. That's a very good point.
And a lot of people have dropped off. A lot of people aren't a part of it anymore.
And as far as they get to pick and choose, which I'm kind of like with Steve-O, it's a slippery slope towards it's one thing if somebody says if you're struggling, why not cry out to God?
Right.
He can help you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody would see that as hate speech.
No.
But in discussions when other issues come up,
right. I honestly
don't lie.
Yeah, no.
Don't lie. Well, you're
but
wait,
speak the truth.
that's hate
you
speech.
can speak the truth in love. There's a way to
Absolutely.
go about it.
No, there's a way to do it. I'm
cringe
totally
a
with
lot
you.
of times with Christians on
Oh,
Facebook.
I do too. And
where it's like, dude, this is Facebook. This is not. Nobody cares about your dissertation on what Scripture says about homosexuality and how this person
Social media
on the other
is
side of this
not the
keyboard
place
is
to
burning in
have
hell.
a public discourse.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
it's impossible to do it in a civil way. First
It really
of all,
is. You can't
because you
gauge
can't
tone.
read tone
Yeah.
of voice. Exactly. We're on the same page there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
So to
I
speak.
will never do
Same
that. In
page.
fact, Carl Lentz, he was in a lot of hot water, head pastor of Hillsong in New York City because they asked him about homosexuality, and he very bluntly was like, "Huh?" Like, that is a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
If there was a homosexual human being in front of me, I would talk about their soul and who they are, and he had this really eloquent way to put it. And of course, he just got trashed because it's like, oh, you're not standing up for the gospel. And it's like, oh, man. I thought it was actually kind of smart of him. He didn't say, no, well, Bible doesn't say that.
Right.
He just said, that's a conversation I would be willing to have with a person. Because we also have to think about the fact that a lot of times we're going to be asked these questions simply for a soundbite to trick somebody so that they can use it against
particularly in that context.
Absolutely.
And not that I'm as smart as Lentz, but that's one of the reasons. I don't know if you guys have probably picked up on this, but over the years when questions sort of like that have come to me when I've been in studio here, I always, what do I often say? You should go and talk to your pastor.
Absolutely.
Or I would love to visit with you at some other time, but I'm not going to give an answer over air because for one thing, I can't give a complete answer over the air.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's going to be misunderstood by others who came in the middle of the conversation, who didn't hear the whole thing, and then it could just create all this other confusion. And I would rather sit down with him. So I think, he gave a very wise answer. I think people lash out when because they just don't have anything else to do, and they're so busy being critical that they're missing out on what God has called us to do.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a fan of the keyboard warrior on
no.
any side. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't care
I'm
what
not
side you're on. I
politically
totally
or religiously, like whatever. It just doesn't matter because
totally agree.
You're not doing anything good. You're
Doesn't
not
it
winning
seem
anybody.
like keyboard warriors it's a lot like the person who has road rage, you know?
Yeah.
There's something going on in that person's life when they get into a car,
Yeah.
they're like at a 9 or a 10.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
when somebody sets them off when they're in traffic,
They
just,
snap.
oh my gosh. Same
Yeah.
thing when you're online. If they see something or they even post something, somebody fires back.
Yeah.
They're at that 9 or 10 level in their life where they're just like ready to fire back.
Right. You
so
can
there's
be
something going on in that
You can be
person's-
brave in a
Mhm.
2,000, 2,500 pound vehicle.
Right.
And you can be brave at the somewhat safety of your keyboard where you're in a room by yourself and nobody can get to you.
Yeah.
Other than just by their words firing back at you.
And something I've been learning, through therapy and trying to figure out, because for a lot of years I walked around with this wall, this survival wall, and I did have this survival mechanism built in me to protect myself because I was hurt. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So I
right.
think that's why people, they fire back so quickly.
Yeah.
Is because they've
Something
been
has
hurt.
happened. I
And
totally
they're-
agree, Dex.
They're just wanting to deflect whatever's going on in their life, put it back on them, you know? So they're just so easy to just punch back. And that's how I lived my life for a lot of years.
Yeah, and I can even tell when I've had a good day or a bad day. Traffic in Albuquerque, depending on the time of day, is just frustrating. And I say in Albuquerque, anywhere where there's somewhat of a metropolitan area, traffic is bad. I tell you where it's really bad is in Las Cruces because the way the roads are laid out are horrible. Whoever planned all that made a mistake years and years and years ago. But there's no easy way to get from one side of town to the other without fighting some kind of traffic.
Yeah.
And if I've had a bad day, it's more irritating to me. On other days that I have had a good day or nothing seems to be bothering me or I had a productive day or whatever, then I don't mind waiting 3 times through a light to get through an intersection. I don't mind the long lines. I might not even get mad at the guy who cuts me off. I read a book a few years ago by Doug Fields, who's kind of a youth ministry guru out there in the youth ministry world. He wrote a book called Refresh. And he talks about making sure that you don't overreact to things that happen to you that are beyond your control. Yeah. That's one of the things he talks about. And he says, and he gives this example about sort of a road rage incident where I'm kind of like, this really resonated with me because this is how I am. I don't have road rage. I just can't stand stupid drivers. That's my line that I use all the time.
Yeah.
And in this book, Doug Fields described this situation where he said, I'm going to point at that guy and I'm going to honk my horn. I'm going to let him know that I'm very upset with the way that he just drove right then.
Yeah.
And he said, God just kind of spoke to me and said, Doug, it is not your responsibility to fix everybody else's bad driving habits. And after I read that, I've gotten a lot better since I've read that because God used that to kind of say, Sam, I'm talking to you about that too, because I take things very personally. The guy doesn't know that I'm in the car when he cut me off. He doesn't go, hey, that's Sam Swan. I'm going to cut him off.
Yeah.
Although maybe a couple of people do.
Yeah.
Some of our church members. But that's a bad joke. That was a horrible joke. Can we dump that? And anyway, so they cut me off or they pull out in front of me or whatever. But I take it personally. And Brenda always says, why do you take stuff like that personally? And I said, I don't know. I don't know why I take it personally. I'm working on trying not to take that
Who
personally.
hurt you, man?
My 4th grade teacher.
Yeah. Blaster. What's her full name?
I can't remember. That was 700 years ago. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I totally understand. I resonate with that. That sometimes we're overreacting to somebody else's overreaction to something that's going on in their life, and it has nothing to do with what's going on in the traffic. That's just a catalyst that is kind of the straw, the final straw, so to speak, that causes them to react in that way. So we just have to. I you know what I want to do? What I'm trying to do? I read a book on humility, which was very hard to read.
You wrote a book?
I read a book.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, no. Yeah, if I wrote a book on humility, I can't promote it because that would be anti what the title is, right? That's the funny thing about learning humility. And it was a fantastic book, and it has challenged me. I mean, it uses all kinds of scriptures. It was Jerry Bridges. It was a Jerry Bridges book.
Yeah.
And, man, it just hammered me about how ungracious I am at times. And as a follower of Jesus, I need to respond graciously to people.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you read the Gospels and you look at Jesus, he responded gracefully to everybody.
Amen. Yeah.
And the times he called people out, it was people like me, religious leaders who were who were whitewashed tombs,
Yeah.
who were legalists, who, but that also, he also taught some responsibility, go and sin no more, and those kind of things like that. So we're all on a journey, and we're all growing, and we're all learning, and what I want to do, this
serve me?
Sam Swan person, I want to serve you, Dex. I want to be more gracious in my life. I want to
like that.
respond more Christ-like.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's good.
And it's hard. It's hard
It
to
is.
do that.
It really is. I while we're all talking, I've been reading more about the Carl Lentz situation and everything. And it's like, I like his statement that he'd like, before he tears a person down for a choice in their life, he would like to know their name and understand their story and where they're coming from so that he could articulate the gospel of Jesus to that human being.
Yeah.
And I like that because I think, and right or wrong, I'm sure people are going to have a field day with this one. Somebody said, I'd like to say that I understand what y'all are saying about being patient and sensitive when talking about sin, but let's call homosexuality what is. But again, this is why our country is going the direction it is, because Christians are getting more afraid to speak the gospel and call sin by name. You can be bold and courageous, all while being loving and compassionate. So I understand that. I understand what they're saying. I absolutely agree. What God's word says is, it's black and white. It's God's word. It's inerrant. But I also think if Carl Lentz had gone on record in that moment and said whatever it may be, maybe there's some conversations he'd never get to have. I don't think we think about the fact that sometimes we just slam a door in somebody's face before even getting to know who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Before ever having an opportunity to talk to somebody one-on-one by name, we have immediately had a disconnect because from their perspective, all they hear is that you have no fellowship with them at all. And that's not the truth, because if we are truly relaying the gospel, it's that all have sinned.
Yeah.
We all fall short of the glory of God, and their sin is no better than or worse than my sin. And I'm a sinner in need of salvation, right? And I need to come and redeem me, because there's nothing I could do. I was dead in my trespasses.
Yeah.
But I think when we just say that, from that perspective, all they hear is that we are better than them.
Yeah.
And it's not us, it's that Christ is perfect, and Christ came to redeem all of us. And
Good.
Yeah.
What a great conversation.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah.
we got to go, guys. We're done.
Is that the end of the show?
That's it, man.
That's all we got?
Get out, Sam.
Time
Get
to go?
out. Get on out of here.
All right.
Love you, man. Thanks
Love
for
you too,
coming in.
man. Thanks for having me.
Love you, Starmy. Thanks for hanging out with us this week. Go to iTunes, Morning Invasion. Go to youtube.com/star88fm. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
Calvary is going west soon and very soon. Sunday, May 5th. Skeptics welcomed. Addicts freed. Families restored. Divisions erased.